that was going on, and I told someone that I would, after our season was over with at Peach, I would talk to someone then, and so that's what happened. After our season was over with, I met with Mr. Carroll and had a great conversation with him, and led me to be here. So it was a great opportunity for me, and it was something that I felt like I needed to pursue.
You felt like this was the place to be.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about, obviously, 30 years you spent at Peach County, and you built a lot of success there, had a lot of good teams throughout the years. Talk about what you wanted to bring to Westfield when you came here from Peach County.
Well, I mean, I know Westfield has some tradition here. They've won a lot of football games here, especially with some of the coaches they had with Coach Jones, and built a winning tradition here. And I just wanted to, try to get the winning tradition back like it used to be when he was here. And not that they didn't have any good seasons after that, but I just wanted to bring a winning brand of football here, and work ethic and a culture of being able to work hard, outwork everybody, and show a good product on the field on Friday night. And that's what we brought here, and we're going to continue to do that every single day to try to build the best football team we can have on each and every year.
Yeah. So talk about what are some of the standards, some of those non-negotiables for the kids when they come in every day? I
mean, the first thing, you got to have a great attitude to be able to work hard, to get better each and every day. No matter what we're doing, it starts with the attitude. You got to have a winning attitude, and you got to have that attitude to go about being more successful on that given day. And so that's what we encourage our kids to, and we demand it out of them to be better each and every day. I mean, we work extremely hard in the weight room on getting our bodies physically ready to play, and that's just what we expect every day out of them. And they understand that. They embraced it, to be honest with you. When I came over here, and the first thing I saw were the kids were working. There were some things we had to correct, from a standpoint of lifting weights and doing it the right way, but the kids work, and that's one thing that has not changed. I don't work them no less than I did the guys when I was at Peach. I mean, these kids embraced it, and you can see them, and it filters into from the older kids to the younger kids on how to do things.
Right. That's awesome when you have the older kids being able to pull the younger kids in with what they're doing, and that really helps to grow the team and move things in the right direction.
It does.
Yep. So let's talk about some of your staff. I want to give you the opportunity to shout some of them out, because this is a big job. Obviously, you can't do it all by yourself.
Oh, no.
So let's talk about them for a minute.
All right, so defense coordinator is my brother, Lee Campbell. He came with me. He retired at the same time with me at Peach, and he came here, and he had spent 19 years as a head coach in the profession, so he let that go a long time ago. And it's been a pleasure to keep working with him, and so it's a joy each and every day to come to work with him. Cam Black is he coaches our linebackers and running backs. He's another guy who kind of grew up with Coach Black. We're from the same hometown. He's a year between me and Lee. He had been with us at Peach. He had been with Lee for a long time as an assistant, and was head coach at Hawkinsville. Mark Ledford is our AD, and he coached our secondary. Mark was the guy that we've known for 30 years. Knew him before. Knew him in high school, played against him in high school. He's a little younger than me. And then we saw each other a lot in college. And then he went on and became a successful head coach at Wilcox County for a number of years. As a matter of fact, me and him won the state championship the same year together in 2009.
Wow.
So we've been knowing Mark for a long time. When Mr. Carroll asked me to help me find him an athletic director, he was one of the first ones I called, because I knew he had retired and maybe be interested in doing this job. And he didn't hesitate at all. He met with Mr. Carroll and came on board. So we've got me and Lee, Cam, and Mark, which has got a lot of years of experience, and then we got 2 young guys on staff who's been great. DeMarcus Allen played at Northside. Warner Robbins when played against him when I coached at Peach, and he was a great player at Northside. Went on and playing college football, and decided he worked with us for a couple of summers. Just getting some hours in because he wanted to be a coach when he gets through with school. And matter of fact, a couple of summers ago, he decided about halfway through summer, he said, "Coach, I think this is what I want to do. I want to come back home and take care of my grandmother and coach here." And so that's been a pleasure to have him. And then one of my former players at Peach County coaching the offensive line. DeMarcus coached defense line, offensive line, and then Jose Perez played for me at Peach, and he went to Wingate, played at Wingate, and had to medically retire because of concussions. He was home he was working it in the summer, and he wanted to get some hours in for a practicum that he was at school. And I said, "You're gonna have to come out here and work." And so he came out here and did a good job for us last summer, and I decided to keep him on staff, and he's done a great job coaching the offensive line and helps with the defensive line. So that's the coaching staff right there. It's me and 5 others. And I got a very good staff who works well with the kids.
That's awesome, man. And it sounds like y'all kind of built a little family, it sounds like, with the coaching staff. Obviously, some of it is your family.
Yeah.
But you've known all these guys longer than they've been here.
Yeah.
And so that helps to kind of drive that culture.
No doubt. I mean, we spend a lot of time together, and it ain't all work. It's some play, You got to have that. You got to have that among your coaching staff, and we mix pleasure with fun also.
Well, cool. Let's talk a little bit about the players. So I know you've had some great players here over the 4 years that have gone on to do some great things. Talk about some of the ones that are still here that are going to be the leaders this year.
Yeah, we got a group of 6 seniors. We got Wynn Hoots, Brock Johnson, Stone St. Clair, Sammy McGehee, Smithson Rigdon, and Caleb Andrews, and they have played a lot of football in 4 years.
Okay.
For 4 of them, they've still started for 4 years, and 2 of them have started for 3. So you take 6 guys who have played that much football on both sides of the football. You got a lot of experience with those 6 guys right there, and they're the leaders of our football team. They do a great job of being vocal and showing the younger kids how to work and show, for example. Wynn and Stone are 2 big threats outside at wide receiver. Wynn he's committed to Georgia Southern. Stone has got that kind of ability. He missed 10 games, 8, 9, 10 games last year. He started off the year very well and broke his collarbone game 2 in the second quarter. He played a half of the first game and had like 175 yards receiving. In the second game, first quarter had about 90, so he was off to a big start until he broke his collarbone. And it was unfortunate that happened, but that's football. Things happen. Yeah. And Wynn had to take the load last year. We were young at receiver last year, and so Wynn kind of had to take on that role as the guy last year, and he had a big year last year. And he's one of those guys that didn't come off the field. He's played every snap, every ball game on both sides of the ball, on special teams. And he amassed like 1,200 yards receiving. He was an all-state player. Sammy McGee, he was an all-state player last year, offensive and defensive line. I tell you, he's another one that hardly come off the field. And for a lineman, that's kind of hard to do, especially to play with the effort and attitude that we want to have on the field. So he's a very big part of what we do. Caleb Andrews, another one that's he's kind of a bell cow on the offensive line. He can play any position up front. He can snap the ball, play guard, play tackle. So Caleb played last year with a torn labrum all year, and had shoulder surgery in the off season, and he's back 100% now. And he's really had a good preseason so far in this summer, and he can't go through spring practice because of his still recovering from shoulder surgery. Smithson Rigdon's another one that can play most positions on the offensive front. This year we're going to ask him to do a little bit more, play defensive line too, to provide some depth and get some meaningful reps over there. He's been a 3-year starter for us now on the offensive line. He's another one that can play all the positions. And then Brock Johnson's our quarterback. Played corner for 2 years, and then last year took over the quarterback duties and had an outstanding year for us this year. And so the offense is not too unfamiliar with him this year. He's more comfortable in what we're doing. So feel very, very good about those guys right there. We're thin at running back. We lost a 2-year starter at running back last year, really a 2.5-year starter at running back last year, and we've yet to find that guy who's going to be the man. We're rotating guys in there right now, and it's probably going to be a running back by committee, at least early on in the season, and it may carry on throughout the year. We'll have to see. But probably our best running backs are our guy that's handling the ball every play anyway, our quarterback. So Brock's a dual threat guy, so I feel very confident in him. And then on our other offensive, we have 2 other positions. Our tight ends new this year. We got 2 tight ends. They're young. I say young. They've got a junior and a sophomore. They show a lot of potential, and we're looking forward to seeing them progress this year. We had lost a 2-year starter, Matt Molina, last year, and then our slot receiver, Sheldon Benton, had a lot of reps last year, and he's more familiar, more comfortable this year in what we're doing. So I feel like he's going to have a good. So we got some offensive weapons and our offensive line is we got 4 returners coming back from there, and we have a new center. David Briscoe is going to be their new center, and he's coming along and progressing each and every day. And the 2 new tight ends. So offensively, that's kind of what the guys.
Well, it sounds like you got a great group this year, Coach. It sounds like it's going to be fun.
I mean, offensively, I think we can be explosive offensively. We got the injured bug's got to. The big man upstairs has got to help us with that.
Yeah, I know that came to bite y'all a couple times.
Yeah, it did.
So let's talk a little bit about the schedule this year. We kind of talked about the team and what's trending in the right direction and what's it going to look like. Let's go game by game down the schedule. I know y'all are starting off with a bang with Brookstone.
Yeah, we got a tough schedule, I believe. Open up with Brookstone at home. Of course, Brookstone's always got a really good football team, and we've had battles with them for 3 years so far that we've played. The first year we was in the whole game until the very, very end, and then we've been fortunate the last 2 years to beat them. And then Strong Rock game 2 at home. Strong Rock, we've had really good contests with them last year. It was a nail biter, and provide a little bit different challenge for us to run the option and stuff. So you go from somebody running Brookstone in week 1 who's in the spread and throwing the ball all over the yard, and then to come back and have to change kind of what you do from a schematically defense standpoint and stopping the veer in the option. Game 3 is FPD. I mean, we've played them for the last couple of years, and Coach does a great job with them. We were fortunate last year. 2 years ago, we turned the ball over 4 or 5 times against them and came out short against them. And last year, we probably played, we'd come off a bad loss to Tiff area, and I challenged them that week, and they come back and responded like I couldn't believe it. It was one of the most satisfying wins I've ever had.
Wow.
And because of the way the kids performed. So we got them game 3, and then we got a bye week, and then we play Southwest Georgia, which is always a good football team in 2A. That's another team that's going to try to bloody your nose and run downhill and run the single wing and test your manhood. And then game 5 is Bullock Academy, which Bullock won the 4A championship a couple years ago, and they go back to here you go see an option again, or midline and veer and stuff like that. And then Stratford, game 6 is they won the state championship last year, and Paul does a great job. I've known Paul for a long time. He's tough and hard-nosed, and that's the way his kids are going to play. Game 6, and then we start our region schedule with Central Fellowship. I think it's Central Fellowship. I'm trying to remember. Central Fellowship. or is it Tift area? It's 1 to 2, and then Tift area, Terrell Academy, and then Deerfield Windsor game 10. So tough non-region schedule. Then we got the 4 region games with those 4. So it ought to be a challenging year for us.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, like you said, the non-region schedule, you playing a gauntlet. It's like every version of a good team y'all are going to face.
Yeah, yeah, and it was tough trying to put together schedules because some people didn't want to play you, and but I feel like those 6 games are going to get us ready for our region play. And
then you're in a new region this year, but it's a lot of teams that you're already familiar with because you've played them in the years past.
Yeah, so it's not, it's, you know, we hadn't played Central Fellowship, at least since I've been here, and then Terrell Academy, we played them in the playoffs 2 years ago, so Central Fellowship's the only team this would be unfamiliar to us.
Yeah. Well, then hopefully we go beyond 10 games this year and keep that ride going.
Well, that's the plan every year, so we want our plan every year is to win a state championship. I mean, we're not going to, that's the way we're going to work, and we want to finish high in the region, hopefully win a region championship and get a high seed in playoffs and play as deep as we can.
Well, Coach, any last thoughts before we wrap it up? What's your message to Perry and Middle Georgia about this year?
As far as other teams or as far as us?
As far as both.
Oh, well, we're always, you know, Kevin Smith, we've known each other for a long time. And matter of fact, we talked the other day, we kind of keep in touch with one another. And I got a nephew over there that coaches over there too, so we wish them all the best in their season, and hopefully they'll do well. And I always tell them, if you got somebody that you don't need, just send them our way. But no, me and Kevin are good friends, and been on the battlefields against each other for a long time, and now we root for each other, you know. So wish them the best of luck, and hopefully we'll have great turnouts this year. We had great turnouts last year, our home ball games, and hopefully we can continue that and provide a good Friday night atmosphere for everybody.
Well, Coach, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on with us.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
It's been an episode on Middle Georgia Sports Live.
All right, we're up. Good evening and welcome back. Welcome to Perry, Georgia, the Hornets Nest. Marvin Arrington Stadium at Ronnie Jones Field as we prepare for the first Friday night of action here in high school football in Middle Georgia. Now, it is not a fall Friday night. It is a summer Friday night season with a little earlier start this year, but we do have cooler weather thanks to some heavy rain that we have found and has come through the area, and the rain has held off, thankfully, and makes you think that God must be a Westfield fan because he's got us set up with some nice weather. So temperatures in the high 70s tonight. It is going to be a little humid. The field is quite soggy, unfortunately, but that's part of it, all part of the game. Coach Farmer, tell us a little something you're excited to see tonight.
Well,
I'm sorry. Let me apologize. I'm Ken Fowler, my partner in crime here, Rhett Farmer.
Yeah, game one, little technical difficulties. What am I excited to see? Well, first of all, I'm excited that the rain came in. I know everybody might not be excited, but 79 degrees, little quaint little evening in Perry. I'm excited to see kind of the new look, Westfield Hornets with some of their personnel changes and swaps. I'm kind of excited to see. I mean, who wouldn't be excited to see how Chad Campbell approaches offense with his many sets and different looks and pre-snap motions that it gives you. Excited to see what Brookstone brings to the table with some of their personnel, especially a back that was injured last weekend in Game 3. But selfishly, I'm most excited that it turned cool.
Yes, absolutely. As a big guy, trust me, I appreciate it. And this fan is still welcome up here. But going to be exciting tonight. Really, two powerhouses is they've got you can probably pick it up through the mic. They've got the music blasting here tonight, getting the fans fired up for the game. Two powerhouses. Brookstone, a team that played for the Quad A State Championship last year, and Westfield lost in the semifinals to the eventual. Oh no, they ended up getting beat, but lost in the semifinals to Deerfield, and really a team that I feel like it certainly should be in the mix this year for the possibility of a state championship. So, talk about really both teams' successes, Coach.
Well, Brookstone, as you said, played Stratford last year for the state championship, and the state championship game was a good bit closer than I think the regular season game, or I may have it backwards. Westfield coming off sort of yet, I don't want to say yet another, but you have to feel that Westfield's wondering, when are we going to get over the hump of the semifinals?
That's right.
But to the coaching staff's credit, that heartache has come from being a good program.
That's right.
Kind of on the rise.
And as you know, Coach, as good as and as much as we love our coaches and as good as coaches as they are, it's more Jimmys and Joes and X's and O's, and we've got some great Jimmys and Joes. Let me run through some of those starters. Let's start on the offensive side here. You'll see them on your screen. But you know about a lot of these guys. They're returners. You got Brock Bowers. Where am I? I'm watching the Raiders play last night. Brock Johnson at quarterback. Jack Creeders at running back. Stone St. Clair receivers got been very productive. Was hurt last year for much of the year, but he's back and healthy and strong and win hoots and all he's accomplished, and we know about that. We got Sheldon Benton at the other receiver. Carter Black playing at tight end. And across the front, Caleb Andrews. David Briscoe's the center, Sammy McGee. And then inside, let's see, we got Smithson Rigdon at guard and Banks Reddick at guard. So that'll give us a good look at our offensive starters. And let's flip that over and look at the defense real quick while we got a minute. And you got a lot of the same names you're going to notice. You'll see Banks Reddick, Caleb Andrews. My vision is leaving me here. Carter Black at linebacker. Sammy McGee at tackle. Sorry about that. Let's see. You got Win Hoots in the secondary. Brooks Bentley at linebacker. James Moore at linebacker. Let's see. You're going to have – you can see them there on your screen there. D. Dantley's going to also start in there at linebacker. So, Coach, I was unable to see the toss.
Well, now that the Megadeth concert is over, which fun. I mean, I'm digging it. It was a good feel.
Sorry, my eyes are going. These starters on the screen.
And sorry for our listeners and viewers that probably caught a lot of that music. My mic setup is different tonight. You can blame Brett Taylor. Send all complaints to him. But I caught 4 of our captains.
Brett Keller catching a stray as he's calling a game out elsewhere.
Some recognition. Brock Johnson was the captain. Stone St. Clair was captain. Win Hoots was captain. Sammy McGee was the captain. And then Smithson had walked to the number. And who's the other senior?
Maybe Caleb. Did you say Caleb?
Caleb Andrews, I think.
Yeah, those are our 6 seniors, yeah.
So this has been a very special senior class. Somewhat depleted senior class in numbers.
Coach, I will say, now that you mentioned that, we love the quality of our talent, but it's more quality than quantity. So we can easily see on the screen the numbers on the other sideline. Brookstone bringing, of course, they're a quad A school, but they're bringing what looks like minimum twice as many players as us, maybe even 3 times as many players as we carry. At least, let's say twice as many probably. So there's a huge numbers advantage on the other sideline. So thankfully, the Lord was looking out for us and gave us a little cooler weather.
Well, Coach Fowler, between the Megadeth concert and the University of Georgia kind of music, which I really love, I haven't heard a word you've said.
This song has been disgraced. It's a great song, Baba O'Reilly, by the Who, I think, and we're going to associate it with the University of Georgia. Ugh. Oh, well, I can't win them all, I guess. Westfield's got a 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they got it now. They got it figured out. They had some problems on the personnel and kickoff, but they've got it figured out. Brock Johnson is kicking. He's been kicking probably since he was a freshman, so. And Johnson with the boot, straight little short pooch kick, caught on the 20. Tackled down there by number 14 for the Hornets. That's going to be Gray McConnell getting his head in there and getting the ball. Didn't catch the number on the returner, unfortunately. We have a roster for the Brookstone Cougars. I'm not sure how completely accurate it is, but it's the roster we were given, so we're going to roll with it.
Well, Brookstone you know, Rance Gillespie, the coach 2 years ago, and then new coach for the previous 2 seasons has been some no huddle, some spread stuff, and the quarterback's highly touted.
Ian
a lot
Headley
of experience.
is the coach. Brookstone with some success on first down on their run. Back's got a lot of speed and juice there. That's going to be Dylan Terry, and I think we'll hear his name a lot tonight, Coach, especially with the wet conditions.
Yeah, you can quickly see the turf. You know, I mean, for the amount of rain that came, you know, through here at 2 o'clock, power outage. Field looks like it's holding up pretty well.
Now they're going to zip it out to him. D. Dantley right on it. Makes the tackle. Got a penalty flag down. It's going to be on Brookstone. So we'll see if Coach Campbell decides to take that penalty for a 5-yard loss or the play for a 3-yard loss. So legal shift declined, okay. So it's going to be second down now and 13. The yardage marker across the field is wrong. The referee had just noticed that. There we go. They got it right now. The down markage is right. Second down and 13. Oh, takes the snap. I don't think that was by design. Hit but not tackled. Seems to be tough to tackle. The Hornets with a lot of arm tackles early, Coach Farmer.
And Brookstone's, you know, Brookstone staff is hold on, why are the I didn't know he got to the marker. The down marker says third down, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on here.
I think we're watching the game maybe a little more than we are paying attention. But that was a short gain there again by Terry. James Moore on the tackle.
So just some bizarro world early stuff with
Brookwood spreading them
down
out.
Operators.
Looking to run more than pass. Pass has not been one pass attempted so far by Brookstone, but it was behind the line of scrimmage. And if I say Brookwood, I apologize. That's an old GISA thing for me.
And you're right, Coach Fowler. Some poor tackling by the Hornets. And it's harder on defense often on slick surfaces than it is offense.
Tries to hit the seam route to number 3, Mitchum Kelly.
We talk about all the time conventional wisdom. You know, a lot of people when they're watching football say, "Oh, it's going to be really hard on the quarterback to throw in the rain. Going to be really hard on people to make offensive plays." I found it's really harder on the defense, and I think you saw that in some of the open field missed tackles. Brookstone's coach is not happy.
An early timeout for the Cougars as they face a 3rd and long just on the Hornet side of the 50. We'll stay here as we wait. Do want to take a moment to thank our sponsors, Coca-Cola and Emory Healthcare, really coming through as sponsors for us so we can broadcast this game to you live. Just getting the school year started out, Coach Farmer. We got several things going on. I know the softball team is in full action. Cross-country team, I don't believe has had a meet yet, but they are practicing. Middle school football practicing. Middle school softball has had a game, I believe. So middle school football kicks off in 2 weeks from yesterday at John Millage. So looking forward to that as we get ready to go back to action. Brookwood in 3rd and 9 from the Hornet 46, coming out with a little trips look. Got a little pressure there off the side from Lambert, but we let the quarterback break and tame. Is he going to get the spot? He might be just short. So the sticks are moving, but I thought he might be a little short.
So Coach Fowler, Brookstone goes.
They gave him first down.
Brookstone goes 3 by 1 and clearly was trying to throw something to the island, to the single receiver side. And we didn't have triangle support to the single receiver side, so the pocket broke down and there was nobody in the flats. No run contained on cue for the Hornets, and easy run for the first.
Yeah, kind of gashing us a little bit running the football with Dylan Terry as Brookstone continues their drive with another first down, now down inside the 25-yard line.
Number 5, James Moore, getting called out on the PA. Boy, that's a good-looking sophomore.
Yeah, he's really been after it in the weight room. I probably should mention the Cougar quarterback, Broughton
Coach Hornets
Branch.
with a little odd front here. A little odd front by the Hornets, Coach Fowler.
Seems like early on we're having a little bit of a problem keeping the edge, Coach, able to get to the edge.
Boy, and I will tell you, and I'm sorry if I interrupt you, Coach Fowler. I can't hear you with our headphone situation, but I will tell you this, and you probably already picked up on this. The Cougars are heavy to their sideline.
Yeah.
Boy, the game has been lived on that hash over there.
You can tell by the look at the field over there how chewed up it is.
And that play goes right.
And that play gets stuffed. You've got, who was that? Number 50, Caleb Andrews, right off of his block, making a tackle right in the backfield. Maybe, I don't know if he made the line of scrimmage or not. I'd say maybe not.
Brooks Bentley and wearing the old 7 of Thatcher Reddick right. Number change, and got him an AP Euro, and he's all excited, ready to go in class today, excited about the game.
That's a different ball carrier there. Looks like number 4, Kingston Terry.
The Cougars kind of leaning on the Hornets with what looks to be some of that zone scheme. I hadn't really paid attention if they've pulled and it's any gap scheme. I would think it's just a zone read, even though the quarterback hasn't pulled it.
Yeah, giving their back a lot of freedom to kind of run where he sees daylight. He bounces this one, cuts back. They wrap him up, but he's just inside. May have a first down, in fact. Might be first and goal from about the 2.
The legendary Joe Allen just walked by us.
Above and beyond.
Joe wears many
always.
hats.
I think he most likely was fixing a camera situation.
And Brookstone goes 2 back here, and boy, they have been sloppy with some of their executions.
Too many in the huddle, and you hate that when you're 2 yards to go. Now you're looking at first and goal from the 7 or 8, depending on where the spot is. Hard to tell from this angle. Maybe the 7, yep.
Brookstone in a little shotgun 2 back. The H down here is not really a back.
He's going to bounce. We're there, but can't wrap him up. But the Hornets swarm to the ball, Coach. Look at that wordplay.
Yeah, and, down near the goal line, I guess that's why I'm up here down there near the goal line. It seems like modern football has forgotten about gap plays, Coach. I guess, Hornets do a good job of leveraging that, and it bounces. And I wonder if Brookstone will go anything vertical power. Once again, it bounces.
We've got to slip another tackle to score there for the Cougars.
Running back does a really good job at the pylon.
Just
he is a physical runner.
He really is. He can run through arm tackles, and we've got to do a better job of kind of our tackle fit, getting that head across like we've all been taught to drag that runner down. Because you're not going to tackle him with an arm tackle.
Their head coach, Ian Headley, I think he calls their plays, if I'm not, watched him on some media stuff, just doing some research today. He's very impressive to listen to him talk about his relationship with his quarterback.
Cougars line up there, point after attempt, and it looks to be straight through the middle. So that'll be a 7-0 lead for the Cougars. And, Coach, they burn up half the first quarter. They burn up half the first quarter with their first drive, and they're going to do a stoppage here for probably a water break. So with that stoppage, why don't we take a quick break with them? You're watching Hornet football on Mid-Georgia Sports Live.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next, devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
And welcome back to the Hornets Nest as the Hornets prepare to kick off after the opening kickoff touchdown drive by the Brookstone Cougars to go up 7-0. Again, Coach, a long drive, chewed up half the first quarter. Kind of not what the doctor ordered, but, you expect a little bit of that kind of out of the gate. I count on Lee Campbell to make some adjustments.
Well, and listen, Lee Campbell's forgotten more football than most people know.
For sure.
And the one positive of that, if you're Coach Lee Campbell, is better than a big play.
That's right.
You're okay with bleeding slow, especially with our roster depth issues.
That's right.
You're okay with that. Now, some at higher levels of football, coaches will say, well, I'd rather let them score quick and go ahead and get the ball back, but I don't think that's the case with us. That's not even though we missed a lot of tackles,
right.
It's not awful defense.
Yep. I would agree. The missed tackles are a concern, and maybe the chunk runs of 10 and 12 yards, they had 3 or 4 on that drive, kind of control that, and I feel like you might could get some stops. And of course, we have to now have the chance to score, and we need to take advantage of that as well with our.
And you see the 2 Gazelles back.
And they do kick it to them. That's going to be Hoots from the 1-yard line. Doesn't need much space, and he's gone. And he might be gone right now.
Yep. You're playing with fire when you kick it to him.
Just don't block him in the back.
You're playing with fire.
He's gone. That's your Georgia Southern commit right there out of the gate.
You are playing with fire.
What an answer by the Hornets.
And now we got some extracurriculars.
Got a flag down. I didn't see what happened. I was kind of watching the touchdown.
So, Coach, that was early. Why don't we go ahead and get this out of the way? I know you're going to be looking at the penalty and all that, but let's go ahead and get this out of the way. We've had a lot of fun with this week in Westfield track.
No, you've had a lot of fun with that. Everybody else gets tired of hearing it.
And
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. We love the track team. We love their success.
Wynn's not tired of hearing it, and I'm going to talk about it. Coach Cam and I aren't tired of hearing it.
I'm kidding.
I know you are. Wynn Hoots, 100-meter, 200-meter state champion last year. Swept the state track in the sprints.
Touchdown is good, Coach. I apologize.
Right, touchdown's good.
Unsportsmanlike on both sides, offsetting.
But also give a shout-out to Brock Johnson, Wynn Hoots, Stone St. Clair, and Sheldon Benton, 4x100-meter state champ.
That's
so
right.
Plenty of speed. You got speed back there in St. Clair. You got speed back there in Hoots. I am shocked that they kicked to him, Coach.
100%, and I bet you they won't do it again. Johnson now comes on to attempt the extra point, held by Court Pearson. So the point after attempt, here we go. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is up, and looks like it is good. So it is now 7-7. 7-7. The Hornets have yet to take a snap, Coach, on offense, but here we go. So kicking it right back to Brookstone, and I would say you got a tired defense going back on the field, but since it's so many of the same guys, I don't guess it really matters.
Well, it could be worse. It could be a heat index of 100.
100%.
Oh.
So electric play there. We talked early before the game and the pregame. We talked about, the kind of the electric skill players that we know the Hornets have, and they certainly showed it there on that kickoff. And what a way to respond. What a way to – and if you're the opposing team, and we've both been there, when you have some great offensive success, the worst feeling in the world is to turn around and give up a kickoff return.
Right, absolutely. Special teams,
Forgotten part of the game, Coach.
With all these skilled guys that Coach Campbell's been blessed with over the last few years, I remember down in Albany one night, Jackson St. Clair had, several kickoff returns.
Yep.
and you're just sitting there going, why are you kicking to these guys?
Right.
But if you want to watch a comedy of errors in the kickoff game, watch middle school football. There's no such thing as kicking deep in middle school.
Well, it's mostly the kickoff team coach is the problem, I think. He probably needs to be reassessed.
I can't hear you. I've been at the Hard Rock concert, and I'm now at the rave. Which I'm digging the music. It's just a little different setup we got this year.
Really getting the fans and the players hyped up. So
I think it's great.
We'll bear through it.
And Westfield has a lot of parents that volunteer and do a great job up here in the press box.
Johnson set to kick again. Certainly don't want to give one right back here, so maybe you can take care of it. A little deeper kick this time. It's going to pin.
That's a great kick.
Put him down at the 10-yard line, kind of inside the numbers. Trying to get to the broadside. Tripped up right there with a good play. I'm trying to learn these new numbers. That's going to be Jack Creters on the play.
Jack Creters on a great play.
So the Cougars will have starting field position around the 29-yard line, which I think the Hornets will take all night. Which is about the same spot they started the last drive. So let's see if we get a little adjustments to the run game here. I know their quarterback.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting
talented,
to notice.
But I'd make him beat us right now, Coach, if I was them.
Absolutely. But, like I said, Coach Lee Campbell, a little odd man front principles. Banks Reddick is the nose, and he's head up in what they call a zero tech.
Got a pass here, got pressure, slips it, trying to bounce. I think we got him contained, but he finds a man. It's a good heady play by the quarterback to stay in the game, but we do have a penalty, and it might be another sloppy penalty by the Cougars. Thrown behind the line of scrimmage indicates that's probably on the offense.
Yeah, that's in the realm of where you think holding.
Or maybe.
Oh, illegal man downfield.
Oh, okay. Well, you run the risk of that anytime a quarterback starts scrambling, Coach. Linemen start thinking he's running, and they take off. And
that's a loss of down, correct?
And that's a loss of down, yeah. So second down now and 15.
Penalty is a loss of down, second and 15.
So we got a clock stoppage again. Maybe it's not a loss of down. Referee flips it back to first down. Okay.
Is that one of those rule changes? Did I miss it? What happened? I blacked out.
Sometimes I just have to trust the referee because I've argued with lots of them and ended up being wrong. Run there, stuck by number 2, a Cartier Black.
Jacques Cartier. Coach, that was interesting. Brookstone pulled the right guard and right tackle. So GT power, counter,
yep.
Whatever you want to say. It was like a counter action left, GT power left, and the back bends it all the way right.
Yeah.
I mean, a hole's like a 5-play hole in the old.
Right.
And he bends it all the way back.
Gonna look to pass here, quick out to the flats. That's a good recovery by Hoots there, slings him down.
And Hoots kind of letting him know about it a little bit.
I think Hoots demonstrating a little bit of that strength gain he's experienced in the past year. He's really put on some good muscle. Coach got his weight up to about 183, 182, 185. He's a good-looking kid going to play for Georgia Southern next year. Actually leaving midterm.
Oh, wow.
To play spring football at Georgia Southern. Looks like Dantley maybe coming off the edge here. He slips the block, can't get there. Carter Blatt's got the quarterback in his hands, and he goes down for a big sack for the Hornets. And Coach looking better defensively this series for sure. Going to live him 4th and long, and possibly now with maybe a chance to get some field position.
Well, I mean, the Cougars are going 2-by-2, which is 2-by-2 gun, which has been clearly their favorite pass set, and you don't have but 5. You don't have but 5 people to protect.
Great play there by Carter Black, as you just saw at home on the replay. So Cougars back to punt. Soccer shoes on this guy. He means he's probably a pretty good kicker. Snap the kicker away. Kind of hits it off the side of his foot.
And
got to get out of the way. Let's get a good Brookstone roll, unfortunately. But the Hornets will have the ball.
And Patton Lamberth had us all holding our breath for a second. The general, number 12, Patton Lamberth, was over there kind of in that land where, the old call the coaches give.
To get out of the way.
Yeah.
The Hornets will take over on their own 32 for their first offensive snap of the season, not counting their little scrimmage versus Southland, which they played very well in. Coach Campbell huddles his troops there on the sideline, gets the play in, and sends them into battle here.
You and I get the privilege of sometimes on bad weather days like today, we just kind of have no place to go. We're the middle school team, and
right.
We'll sneak in there and watch a little walk through, and I just love the passion, Coach Campbell, his whole staff.
Yeah, I talked to him today about that, actually.
I just love the voice, the yelling, the hollering. The coaches love playing for him, and, you know, and he, as we hear him, you know, having some personnel issues right now, and Sheldon Benton getting an earful.
We're going to have to get a timeout, or we're going to get a delay. Coach Campbell will call timeout.
And that happens when you do a lot of stuff, personnel packages. That's the opportunity cost that comes with the exotic offense.
But talking about the passion earlier, I saw Coach Campbell in the hall earlier, kind of in a quiet moment between classes, and I asked him, I said, Coach, do you still get a little anxious, little butterflies on game day after all these years? And he was like, oh, yeah. He's like, every game. And I said, you know, I guess I figure if you ever stop getting that, it's probably time to get out of it, you know.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
And I know we've talked about this before, but even like on middle school game day, on middle school football, I get a little anxious, ready to play.
I'll be a nervous wreck August 27th in hostile territory as the Baby Hornets get set to go to Millie Vegas to play the John Millage Academy Trojans on August 27th.
Got press coverage on Hoots, but a safety over the top, so clearly they've done their homework.
Which might lend us to running the ball because the box seems kind of light. And we do run
Jack Craters positive
good
game.
Hard run.
About giving 4 yards there.
Let me tell you something I love what Jack did there, coaches. The slippery surface, the ball it's human. Jack had that thing secured.
He did. 2
hands up in there, and that's what I'm talking about, north to south running, baby.
I know we've got some, I don't want to give away any trade secrets, but since we're on the air now, I will say I would expect some wrinkles in the run game tonight. Of course, everybody in the state knows Johnson, our quarterback, loves to carry the ball, so expect to see him carry it a good bit. Also, bad snap. Johnson picks it up. Going to try to make something out of nothing now. Probably needs to throw this one away. He dumps it off to St. Clair. Actually gets a catch, but I think he may have lost a couple yards, and we got a penalty.
We have a real late penalty flag.
Might be a lineman downfield. You know how that goes. Johnson.
Yeah, as it broke down, I'm wondering if they're getting Banks for being downfield.
Might not be the worst thing in the world if they take the penalty. Give us the down back.
May not be Banks, but Banks sort of had that guilty pose. But he has that all the time, right?
He's waving the flag off. Okay, I think we may have caught the ball behind the line of scrimmage. So,
Coach, number 9 down here that was in press coverage on Win Hoots. When I say press coverage,
oh yeah,
like
I thought it was offside.
Exactly, 100%. You read my mind.
So 3rd down, and let's see, let's call it a long 7 for the Hornets.
I don't know if we're going to take any shots against number 5 on an island with Hoots, but it would not shock me.
Gets a pass off. Oh, got it. Great catch by Brooks Bentley. That's a great catch on a wet football, Coach. Great ball, too, right on target.
Yes.
Oh, we got a flag in the backfield. Looks like maybe a late hit.
Banks Reddick is clapping.
Maybe the only thing I can figure is probably a late unsportsmanlike. Oh, so that wouldn't be a late hit. That'd be a personal foul. So evidently he did or said something after the play.
One thing about when you defend Chad Campbell, you better account for tight end releases when they're attached.
We saw that with Matt Molina last year.
Absolutely vertical, give you some eye candy.
Hornets live now, ready for action, going with a tight end coach.
Another tight end attached set, still with some spread principles. Little RPO right here, Coach. Little RPO.
Gets it out to St. Clair. Oh, makes 2 men miss. Coach, what a play. He's going to score. Stone St. Clair. Little quick feet, little ballet feet over there, making guys miss everywhere, running through tackles.
Wow.
Tell you what, man, we're spoiled with athletes.
Coach, I watched that one in the walkthrough today, and I'm like, that's it's a double option.
Right.
You have trouble out in the triangle with those.
It's so funny. It looks so different, but it's not that much different than option football, is it?
And you talk about Brock Johnson, a decision maker.
Oh,
just dealing the cards.
Well, let me tell you something that's not hard to figure out. Get that ball in the hands of number 6 and number 8, good things usually happen. Snap and hold. Johnson's kick is good. Really got a hold of that one. And the Hornets suddenly up 14-7. You see there a little taste of that explosiveness of this Hornet offense. As they fire up the fight song. Once again, I should remind everyone listening, the fight song is Up with the White and Gold, Down with the Red and Black.
Are you speaking
but that's okay. They
some
took
Georgia Tech
they
propaganda?
They took it from Georgia Tech. I mean, it is what it is.
I can't hear you.
You heard me fine on that one.
Are you
just don't want to acknowledge it. It's propaganda. I don't know if I believe the propaganda part.
Coach, we talk about, there's a young man that will be dressing out in Athens. We like to call him 3-6 Bug.
That's right. The little water
Well,
bug.
his brother, number 6, had a little
he for sure.
shake.
He for sure is. Until he got hurt in I think the second game against South. I think that's right. Second game against Southland last year, broke his collarbone. Coach, he had like 100, and I'm speaking off the cuff here, so I may be a little off on the numbers, but something like 150 or 180 yards receiving in the first game against Brookstone. He had about 120 in the first half against Southland before he got hurt. He was on his way to a huge year, and hurt us not having him all year. Now, he came back for the playoffs, but I don't know that he was ever really 100%.
Right. Yeah, he wasn't the same guy when he came back. I think we all saw that and felt sorry for him. You could see it on his face that he was hurting and kind of frustrated, but good for Stone right now. Coach, we got a number 9 on the kickoff team. You know who that guy is, a Connor Sexton sighting.
Oh, yeah, Coach. You got a lot to say about him. You see the replay here of the touchdown. You can see Stone's just quick feet and just running through some arm tackles and really displaying his athleticism and strength there. And Stone, yeah, man, he's
And listen,
he's a weapon.
Things we say are said in jest and sometimes we have too much old coach in us. But if I'm Brookstone's coaching staff and I just saw RPO, I'm like, oh, gosh, I wish we'd have swapped film this summer.
That's right.
Or had some film on.
That's right.
Because you just don't get on the board and dial up defending RPO at halftime.
Well, what do you do when you got a safety over the top on top of Win Hoops? On the other side, you got single coverage with St. Clair. Great kick on the hash right down to the 5-yard line. Brookstone player loses his helmet. Hell, he's got a crease, Coach. Johnson with a great touchdown-saving tackle.
How about that? You don't see that in the quarterback, and he's a kicker as well.
They were talking in class today, giving him some grief because he doesn't play defense. And, you don't want your quarterback playing much defense if you can help it. And Stone and Wynn both like, yeah, but you're the best tackler on the team. And you kind of saw that there.
Yeah, it's the dilemma in small school football, but it's also in many ways what makes the memories in small school football great.
That's right. And, we'll see what happens. Of course, we've got some very capable guys in the secondary, but wouldn't surprise me as we get into the playoffs if you don't see number 11 sneak over there in the defensive backfield somewhere. Brookstone takes the ball on their own 41, going to give it to number 1 again. Hornets are kind of getting to the ball a little better than they were earlier.
The Harper Fountain sighting, Coach. 1-8. Harper Fountain.
Still giving 5 yards. Yep. I do see. It's hard to miss old Harpoon out there, as the kids call him. He is a long joker, 6 foot, 7 or 8 probably. So the Cougars flip their set. They can do all this when you don't huddle. And
I will say, Coach, the second guy from the
covered
sideline here is ineligible.
Looks like he's covered
He's
up.
an eligible man. 17 should have been an ineligible man downfield because he was on the line of scrimmage.
That's D. Dantley on
Was
the
not
tackle.
off the ball.
Number 22, D. Dantley, new player, new junior player. From Wilcox County, Coach. Wilcox County.
Oh, yeah, our guy.
D. Dantley, yeah.
Hey, and great number.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Surprised they haven't retired that universally after the Coach Farmer wore it in high school. Deep shot from Patton Lambert. They're right in his pocket in coverage.
That's great coverage by the general.
Right in his pocket, kind of playing him to the sideline.
Another AP Euro guy. He was excited today, Coach.
Is that right?
Came
About
in
the game,
with
or just something he did in AP Euro?
about the game and AP Euro.
Was he excited about the game or the Reformation? Which one was more?
Oh, we're not. God, you move quick. We're not to the Reformation yet. Jeez.
Well, I'm just throwing. Oh, the Rocco sighting.
Little Rocco Thomas.
Rocco on the punt return team. Got to stop. You want to get the ball here no matter what.
Connor Sexton's got to be careful, Coach.
He's good now, but he's really close. Ball's
Special
over his head. We
teams.
got to play. We got to play here. He's going to get hit. Big hit there. D. Dantley makes his presence felt again, and the Hornets take over on the 15-yard line. Well, that's a big flip. Now, after the 2 touchdowns back-to-back, now we have the ball on the 15 going in. All the momentum is on the green sideline. Coach, the danger, and I don't want to speak poorly of the kid. That's not my intent here. But sometimes when you have a guy that's only a kicker, right? And he's a soccer guy.
Well, that was a bad snap.
100%. But you like having that really good football player back there that can kind of, you know what I mean, kind of knows what to do with the ball.
Especially in high school football.
That's right.
Because with poor snaps and bad protection, it's not, unless you're at really high levels, it's not like you're just showing off that leg all the time.
That's right.
I mean, you end up with the end-over-end kicks, and sometimes you just need to you need to snap it lower to begin with. Coach, special teams killing Brookstone right now.
Little shout-out to the best long snapper I've ever had. My son, Andrew Fowler.
Oh,
great
my
little
gosh.
shout-out. He's probably not watching, but he was solid as they come, and I'm giving him full credit. And I know that's a little nepotism or whatever you want to call it, but he was really solid at that. Had a chance to play at the next level, chose not to, but that's okay. Broke my heart.
Yeah,
just kidding.
Doing good things in his life.
Police
Coach.
officer now, so watch your speed in Statesboro, Georgia.
Oh, and here's a new look, Coach Fowler. A little empty set. It's empty diamond quads.
Yeah, it's
for this to be Q run
We've
or
done
the
this.
jet scheme.
Yeah, it's a little quick, little tunnel. Stone breaking more times. God, he's got quick feet, Coach. Golly.
Hey, I was 0 for 2 on that. I thought it was going to be some Q run or jet, and
They've shown
that
that
eye candy.
They've shown that set in the past and kind of ran a similar play. A lot of times it's been more of a smoke type screen where they just stand up and throw it to him now and try to get behind your blockers. But, a little tunnel action there, getting the ball to Stone. And, Coach, look who is in the backfield next to Brock Johnson.
And now the tight end is attached.
We got a little win hoots at running back, Coach. I bet you're going to get a little zone read here or some sort with,
Q counter, Coach.
Johnson just weaving in and out. Yeah,
the win hoots was just eye candy, rode him across.
It was.
And it's Q GT power, Q counter.
But linebackers are chasing it because it's number 8. He's that good. So Hornets score again and looking really, really good offensively. And since the first drive have looked great defensively as well. 29 seconds here. We'll stay here until the quarter break. You can get a chance to see the touchdown run here. You see the fake to Hoots there. And Johnson just makes one man miss and makes a good cut, and he's in the end zone. Some good blocks there also by his pulling lineman. So the Hornets go up 20-7, extra point pending. Johnson stays in to kick. Of course, you got Court Piston on the hold. I'm not sure I know who the snapper is this year. That ball was a little late getting off. Did it go in? He might have missed it. He did. Pulled it left. I don't know who the snapper is. Remember to look for that next time.
And let's, you'll appreciate this. There's a lot of scuttlebug in the GIAA. You hear, so this is not breaking news, but Coach, AAA is pretty dang good.
Oh yeah.
And this is I'm just going by the evidence of last year. you can't always Christmas tree the scores. But Stratford and Brookstone played for the Quad A state championship, and Stratford toted an absolute beatdown in Millersville by the eventual AAA champion in the regular season.
And we beat Brookstone last year.
And Westfield beat Brookstone.
Yep.
And listen, I know a lot was different by the end of the season.
Sure.
But AAA's pretty strong.
Well,
now,
I think you
were
can.
Stratford
I
and
think you
Brookstone
can.
different teams at the end of the year? Absolutely.
I think you can probably. I mean, I haven't seen everybody play yet, to be fair, but I feel comfortable saying that John Millage, on paper, in the preseason, which is probably the best team in the GIAA.
And there are a lot of arguments out there. Brentwood's pretty sporty in AA.
Brentwood is too.
I mean, they took John Millage to the end last year, and they got a guy that's been offered by a lot of people.
They did lose a few guys, though.
But they still got a guy.
They still got a guy.
I
know a guy.
I know. You know a guy. It's like Ocean's 11.
Johnson set the kick. He's last time kicked it down to the 5-yard line.
Looks like he's going to go a little crossfield Jake Sloan special. Nice.
It's going to be more midfield. Going to kick it down to the 5 again. Hornets need to make sure they're staying in their lanes this time. We rode him down. I think we got a hold. I thought I saw it too. I think D. Dantley got held.
Well, like 6 tackled Skinner over here. Who was on the tackle?
I don't know who made the tackle, but they rode him to the ground for about 5-6 yards. It was kind of a neat looking tackle. Everybody kind of dapping up. Number 13 coming off the field. Let's see. Learning new numbers. That's Walker Fandry, coach.
What number?
13.
Coach, athlete.
Yeah, he's a great athlete, and the coaches have kind of raved about that athleticism.
No substitute for the long arms, the long legs.
And speed to burn, so more speed.
So I told you I watched some Brookstone media stuff, and boy, they do a great job, just very organized. Their sports media, kind of their whole approach in first class. But there was a lot of talk about their second game of the year next week versus Spencer.
Oh.
Pretty, public school, inner city public school in Columbus. It's had a decent run, and there's a lot of talk about the excitement of that game next week. And I thought the Hornets ain't no chumps now.
Yeah. Well, they should know after losing to us last year in a close ball game. Yeah, that was interesting there, Coach. The little trip set again. They put the trips really wide, which is usually a tell that they're going to do what? Run it, and they did.
I can't hear you. Trips wide, they're going to do what?
They're going to run it because they were so wide. And, again, they're kind of the same thing. I thought the receiver moved a little.
GT power.
And that's going to wrap up the first quarter. Hornets make the tackle, but, again, another 8 or 9 yards, really getting chunks of yardage on the ground. But as we end the first quarter, the Hornets put up a 20 spot and lead the game 20-7 over the Brookstone Cougars. You're watching Westfield Hornet football on Mid-Georgia Sports Live.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
All right, welcome back to the Hornets Nest. Start of the second quarter. Brookstone ball on their own 37-yard line, trailing 20-7 as we start this second quarter. The Hornets have had some big plays offensively, and of course they got the big punt return, or Brookwood punt mistake. A little more crowded in there that time to find running room.
Getting off the ground, Sheldon Benton, Jacques Cartier, Brooks Bentley. Boy, Coach, you got to feel pretty good about how Bentley's transitioned nicely from a down defensive lineman, right? Wasn't he like a five-tech DN kind of last year?
He was.
And playing at the second level, and he looks quite comfortable on his keys and reads.
And gives us some good size at that level, which would be.
He's a big old boy now.
Hornets couldn't get lined up right till late, but Benton gets pressure, but he didn't break down. Quarterback breaks contain and has a big play. Going to get tackled. Well, I say that, and eventually gets tackled. Carter Black brings him down after a big gain on the scramble.
And I don't know, what we're in or who's accounting for the quarterback, but that Q run on the breakdown on the pass where we have it covered up has hurt us on a couple of occasions.
First down, Cougars.
Cougars down to the 34-yard line.
Scramble drill, Coach. The scramble drill keeps you up at night.
It does. Trips into the boundary here for the Cougars. Going to throw it. Got some pressure again. We got him contained this time. Dantley can't quite get him. Is he going to try to throw it away? He does for no gain. Good pressure there.
Sammy.
D. Dantley is, Coach, he just shows up around the ball, doesn't
he? He kind of got long arms and long legs, and that's never a bad thing in football.
He comes off for a breather. Harper Fountain and Sheldon Benton come in the game. Well, I thought I saw Harper Fountain. Yeah, he's down here at 5 technique. Or really, they're playing more of a 4-eye, aren't they? That'll be another run. And, Coach, he's just shifty. That's number 17.
Yeah, and we were in a slant there because I'm intrigued by Harper Fountain playing some 5 technique defensive tackle. They call them ends now at 5.
Yep, that's right.
But I said I'm gonna watch Harper because he's a little light playing in a down lineman, doing a great job. And he was slanting left, so I think the front was in a slant there, and the back bent it back.
I mentioned we don't have a current roster, and I don't have number 17 for Brookstone. I don't have him on the roster, so that's going to be a give to number 1 there. He's going to weave in and out of traffic and break a couple tackles and get a pretty solid gain on first down. We've called his name several times, Dylan Terry. Pickup of 9, 2nd and 1 now for the Cougars inside the red zone. Hornets see if they can bow their neck here and keep them out. I hope they gave him the first down. So change on that. Change on that. Still not first and goal. They can get a first down inside the 2. Cougar offense is ready. Ball's on the ground. Running back just picks it up. Coach, he's got great hands. He's done that more than once tonight. Slipping tackles again, and he's going to back into the end zone.
That guy's pretty good.
He's really good. Full credit. Not taking anything away from him, but you wonder.
A
little tired, right? These guys playing both ways. They look like some tired tackles there.
And we talk about all this the trade-off from, yes, the temperature's down, but when you play on that mushy field and you play both ways, your calf muscles are dead.
That's right. And something else, too, to add to that. You can practice and scrimmage and whatever you want as much as you want, but you cannot replicate a game, right? A game and how fatigued that makes you.
Did you just go dusty roads? You can't replicate
the American Dream, dusty roads.
You cannot replicate it.
PAT is good for the Brookstone Cougars, makes it 20-14.
I think I saw that somewhere one time, Coach, where he said you can't replicate it.
Yeah. Yeah, hard times. And that's what he say? Yeah,
No, he said replicate.
I've dined with kings and queens and slipping eyelids and eating pork and beans.
Well, there were not many channels in Macon County, right?
See, you probably were like, there's nothing else on, so my little hipster self has to watch wrestling. Whereas me was like, I cannot wait for wrestling to come on.
Here we go with the Lake Sinclair jokes, and
I can't help it. You're Lake boy, Lake guy, chill. Just walking around with your Cole Haans.
That's good stuff.
Me,
Oh,
I was
here we go.
wearing Sebagos with a proper tight roll.
Hey, man, listen, you probably curled your little shoestrings, too, on the top
No,
of
I
it.
didn't do that. No, I didn't do that. But I did have the little belt that hung down kind of on my hip, though.
Oh, no doubt. Braided belt?
Oh, yeah, had to happen. Had to happen. And a gold chain and a leather jacket.
Losing you with your music.
Gold chain and a leather jacket also, so.
Man, I like it. I like it. A little Coldplay. I like it.
He criticizes the music one day, next day he loves it. You just don't know Coach Farmer. He's all over the place. So we got a little break in the action here as the teams get ready for the kickoff. Kickoff return will be interesting to see where they kick this one, Coach. I bet it doesn't go to number 8.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, this not the end of the world. If they score, they got to kick to us. So we can, do they kick? Here, I still think they may kick it deep. I think they might just try to go to Stone.
Maybe.
Or
I'd be ready for something short because you just don't know.
we'll see, as he said. No, I think it's kind of square, Coach. I mean, certainly he can squib it, but it's not angled like it's going to be a corner kick. I think he's going to go down the hash.
It's kind of funny. Brock Johnson was talking in class yesterday or today, saying that he thought it might be due to the weather and all, it might be a low-scoring game. Well, no, that didn't turn out to be accurate. In fact, I'm beginning to wonder if it might not be a you need to keep scoring kind of thing. Brookstone's electric, and that electric back they've got is tough. A little shorter kick this time. Still going to be fielded by Hoots. Not as much room this time, though. He's going to go down there on the 25.
And that was the old deal. It's a lot easier to cover the shorter kick.
Yep, with height, yep.
Because he doesn't have as much room to work and kind of get his vision.
Just watch the head referee throw the ball over. He needs to maybe spend some time working on that throwing motion.
Coach Fowler, student section to our left, just excited. Cheerleaders, varsity cheerleaders. I think part of that's, Coach, from the pep rally being canceled.
Yeah, a little carryover. But I hope they'll let the cheerleaders
I'm sure there'll be
do their thing next week when there was not a pep rally schedule.
Hoots in the backfield again. You've talked about that.
Yeah, Coach, he's going to get a carry soon. Little pass now. Gets it to Hoots in the little flats, but it's just not much there, maybe a couple of yards. Thought he might have had a chance. I thought Benton might have been open deep.
Coach, we kind of not max, but our tight end was attached there, but he stayed in, didn't run around and block, kind of secured that edge on that half sprint.
Personnel changes here as Jack Creeders comes in. You see Carter Black come in.
Yeah, historically a run set with tight end attached and an H-back, and they tumble over.
2nd and 8. Gonna give it to Creeders. Nothing doing. Nothing doing. They didn't. That might have been one Johnson should have pulled on that one, Coach. I don't know if it was a read or not, but I'm betting it was.
I don't know if it's a gap scheme where he still could pull it, like some of the stuff that you've seen. I know Brock was very animated after the play, saying something to the sideline like he might have saw something.
Well, they lost 2 yards, so give them a full 3rd and 10 now. And if you have to get off the field here, you worry about the momentum back in Brookstone's favor.
And I wouldn't be shocked if we just ran the ball and punted it away after you've seen the Brookstone bad snap. I mean, most likely we'll throw it, but it wouldn't shock me if we play conservative.
Yeah, I think you trust your senior here. Got a little pressure. He's going to break contain, but he's got to throw across his body, and there's nobody there. He's just going to get out of bounds. And did he even get back to the line of scrimmage? I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. It's going to be 4th down either way. No, it's going to be a loss of yardage actually on the play. So,
and then obviously the Hornets are going to have to execute here. It's always dicey on a wet, humid field with what is going to be our first punt of the season, and that's always a little antsy for the.
I think Carter Black is the long snapper now that I think about it.
Very good long snapper, very seasoned long snapper. Stone punting.
Yeah, he is the long snapper. So the difference here is you have a good kicker in Stone, but not a natural kicker. He is more of an athlete that can kick, right?
And it gives Brock a little rest.
Good snap. Kick is away. Little knuckler. Carter was kind of funny looking for that. Not a very long kick, so he ends up with good field position for the Cougars on the 48. So good field position for the Cougars as they get ready with about 7 minutes left in the first half. Hornets lead, but that lead is not what it once was. 20-14 now.
Court Pearson sighting coming in, Coach.
Playing a little safety.
A little safety.
Yeah,
tall drink of water.
Hey, between he and Evan Skinner back at safety, you've got 13 feet of safeties back there.
Court's an AP Euro guy, Coach. Court kind of coming out of it, not coming out of his shell, but it was a little, when I had him in 8th grade, a little more subdued. Boy, he's full of personality and got a great sense of humor.
Yeah, yep, great kid.
Very intelligent young man.
Our microphone picking up the Let's Go Cougars chant across the field.
Battle of the student sections.
Now we got a stoppage of some sort. Not sure. Delay of game. Okay, I wasn't paying attention to the play clock. Coach, another sloppy mistake by the Cougar offense. So makes it 1st and 15 now. I was saying another sloppy mistake by the Cougar offense. That's probably, what, 6 penalties on the offense so far?
Yeah, it's been a lot of laundry on the field for them.
Quarterback's ready for the snap. I thought the receiver left early again. They've done that several times. Got a little pressure in the backfield that time. Dantley came off the edge and was able to make the play in the backfield.
Looked like we were doing some, not necessarily a linebacker stunt, but I think we were kind of slanting the front and bringing something off the edge, some type of games. And boy, Coach Campbell had it dialed up, and kind of think maybe slanting away from the back. That back's riding across the face.
Rocco Thomas in on that play, Coach.
Rocco Thomas on.
So trip set again. They've been in that a lot. Little blitz off the edge from Lambert, going deep. Court Pearson all over it. Rolling the safety over to cover up the corner who's on the blitz.
Court in coverage doing a good job, and just happy for that young man getting his time in. And, like we said about 12, the general.
That's right.
Just guys that.
As Stone St. Clair replaces him in the lineup. No, that's not Stone. Sorry, that's Wynn. The Cougars showing that trips into the boundary look again, Coach. I thought I saw a hole. They got a man there. Can we break it up? We did. That's a great recovery by Hoots. I'm not sure what happened.
And Lambert.
Lambert was there too. That's right. They got behind us, but we recovered well. And that's going to bring on the punt team for the Cougars, which last time the ball sailed over his head, so we'll see what happens here.
Both teams looking tuckered out, kind of how they come on and off the field. You know who the most nervous player in the park is right now? This long snapper.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. It's an interesting looking set they run there with on their right side. We got too many on the field. He got off in time.
We almost had 12 on the field. We had personnel issues.
A little spiral. Hoots is going to go back and catch it. And can he get by on the edge? He cannot.
That's a good play by number 20 for Brookstone in space. Frankie Bickerstaff.
Yep. How about that name? And the Wynn saved some yardage there. Saved some yardage. And that's going to bring us to a water break. So we'll take a timeout with them. You're watching Westfield Hornet football on Mid-Georgia Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. You see it and answer the thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
Welcome back to the Hornets Nest as we come back to action. 5:54 left. Hornet ball inside their own 15-yard line. I want to say a quick thank you to our sponsors, Coca-Cola and Emory Healthcare. Johnson going to throw the tunnel screen to Stone St. Clair. Got a little room. Can't break that tackle, but it's enough for a first down, I think. At least pretty close to it anyway. Looks like they're calling it. Yep, first down for the Hornets. Seen that, some variation of that play already tonight. Was successful.
You know, kind of amazing when you're deep in your own territory and you have the confidence in your quarterback and receivers on the wet field to kind of throw that.
Coach, I don't interrupt you. We got Court Pearson at quarterback.
Little Court Pearson sighting?
With Brock Johnson beside him at running back. Kind of both quarterbacks in the backfield.
Yeah, I kind of like it. Looks like Court's going to actually be the taker to snap, but could be wrong.
Johnson going to wing it out, going to sling it over to him.
Maybe a little double pass probably.
No, they want him to run it. He's going to get a little room, but not much.
Thought it might be a little double pass when you kind of throw it backward to the other cue.
I had an alert that this might be coming.
Sorry, Coach, I can't pay attention to you. I'm getting the gracious Coach Leanna Walton taking dinner orders.
But you go ahead, Coach. I got it for a minute. Coach Farmer has to eat to keep him happy, so I got you here. I'd been alerted that that little package might come tonight, you know, a little here and there, but second down and long now, so we'll go back to our basic stuff, little 2x2 set with Johnson. I actually know we're going empty with Johnson in the backfield by himself. Going to motion St. Clair across the formation. Snap is rolled back to him, but he picks it up, sets his feet, lets one loose. He's got hoops. Can he get it? A little bit overthrown and missed him. Could have been a big play for the Hornets. Didn't work out. There is a penalty flag down on the far sideline. We'll see what that is.
What I missed, some things are more important. Food.
Deep shot for the Hornets out of an empty set and just barely overthrew hoops.
Coach, I know we're all excited about the football, and I wish the people could be here that are listening and watching.
We got a dead ball off sides on the defense, Coach, so it is going to be.
That is the prettiest sky I've ever seen.
Yeah, little cotton candy pink.
We're staring at a blue and pink sky, and I ain't talking about like light blue. It's almost like a navy blue and pink sky.
Yeah, it is very pretty. Red sky at night, sailor's delight, they say, so no rain tomorrow.
Right.
Or at least overnight. God, Coach, this weather next week, oh my goodness. 101 degrees next week we're looking at? Oh, brutal.
Brutal.
Hornets now with 2nd and 3 after the penalty. Going to give to Cretors, trying to get to the edge and could not. Oh, that's got to be a late hit. That is going to be
just a.
That's incredibly late. I'm not sure what the Cougar player there was thinking.
Well, he's a linebacker, level 2 player, number 2, and he's, you know, obviously got his key, and he's bearing downhill on that, not scrape across the formation, but to his run fit. And I don't know if he kind of maybe didn't see Jack kind of slide down on that inside knee. But, thought he was still live.
Maybe so. I saw Brock Johnson talking to some of their D linemen. I think there might have been a, hey, that's my bad kind of thing going on there. So you don't know Brock as much of a trash talker, although he can. But I'm pretty sure, based on body language, that was more of a my fault there, and Brock kind of acknowledging it. So first down for the Hornets. And the Hornets moving the ball kind of by hook or crook right here. Look at this guy.
And like I said,
he's offsides.
He's offsides. The corner down here pressing is offsides. And it's right in front of the sideline judge. I mean, his hands are every day.
And Johnson's going to – does he get the edge? He does, but there's not going to be a whole lot there. He puts his head down.
And can you imagine having to tackle that? I mean, he lowered his shoulder.
In full speed, and he's tough as nails. And he's fired up about it too, Coach. He's fired up about it too. 3 minutes and 40 seconds as we tick down.
Play picks up 4 yards, 2nd down and 6.
Brock himself also going to Georgia Southern next year, Coach, to play baseball.
Right.
That's something about Brock and Wynn. I was giving them some grief earlier. But y'all just can't separate, can you? You got to be together. And they kind of laughed about it. But what a great representation. I think we might have had too many men in the huddle. What a great representation of our school and just their families. Just two great quality young men. And we did have
some laundry on the field. The Hornets having some personnel, the different packages, I think.
So we're going to have basically give back the yardage that Brock picked up on that play.
I think D. Dantley was kind of out of place there, and Coach Campbell, understands that happens sometimes with your personnel stuff.
I think Coach Campbell's going to get a timeout to kind of figure it out because it hasn't exactly been a smooth operation here with some personnel problems, a couple penalties. This drive, it's just, again, early season, first game stuff. But the Hornets are moving the ball down the field. It's just not by traditional methods.
You're right. You're right. So some while we got a second, some interesting matchups tonight that have a lot of GIAA, old GISA storylines.
Well, I'm going to wait to let you talk about it. But one of them made me kind of give that questioning look like, why are they playing each other? Go ahead.
Well, I'll start off with what has been billed as the Battle of the Capitals, or the Capital Battle. Milledgeville being the old state capital, and Brentwood being the Kaolin capital.
That's right.
And Brentwood and John Milledge rivals, about 30 miles apart.
Yep.
And two quality programs. That's the premier.
Probably the premier
matchup this weekend. Everybody's
other than this one here.
Obviously.
Throw it out in the flats there, trying to get it.
I almost thought that was DPI right there.
Trying
Defensive
to get
pass
it to Evan Skinner in the quick game. Well defended by the Cougars.
And I can't wait to hear. I think I may know which one you're talking about, but I may not. But that was going to – well, I don't want to spoil her, but there's two coaches going against each other that used to coach together for many years on the same staff. In a quad A versus a double A matchup, maybe that was not the one you're talking about.
Go ahead. Well, let's do the play
Tatnall
first.
And Gatewood.
Nope, wasn't talking about that one.
Jeff Ratliff at Gatewood coached for Barney a long time at Tatnall.
That's right, sure did. Johnson going to fire there. Low
Patton
pass.
Lambert on a great play.
But really good catch there by Lambert. And it's going to leave us a little short of the first down, but third down and let's call it –
Coach, that is a heck of a catch.
Really good catch on a low ball. Big third down here for the Hornets. I'm sure they'd love to matriculate the ball down the field and kind of run these last 3 minutes or so off the clock. Well, 2.5 now minutes off the clock. Coach, we'll come back to your conversation just once we kind of figure out how this plays out. Court Pearson in at quarterback again, Coach. Johnson at running back. He's going to give it to Johnson straight ahead, get the first down. That's just hard running there. Spin him around after he picks up the first down, but give him the yardage he needs.
And sort of with the inexperienced backfield that the Hornets kind of now have, that's kind of a logical little look. I mean, Johnson's a great runner. And Court's a proficient quarterback.
Sure. Court will be a starter on many Westfield teams throughout the years. Just when you got a guy like Brock Johnson in front of you, it's kind of tough. Clock is running now. Inside of 2 minutes. Got a penalty. Somebody might have moved early. Kind of interesting. I feel like they're split in as mid-moving early most of the night.
Yeah, to the single receiver side.
That's right, but they might have got us on this one.
I noticed that, and they're 3-by-1. It looked like the solo guy went early often.
Well, he's coming. Is he telling Coach Campbell what happened, or is he asking him if? Oh, he offsides. Okay, they call it on.
Oh, is it on the corner?
It must have been finally.
The corner that.
Well, notice it was on the other side, so I don't know. So that's a convenient stoppage of the clock for the Hornets. At 1:47 now, plenty of time still, and the Hornets can go fast when they need to. I'm sure the
little 2-by-2. We hadn't shown a ton of 2-by-2 tonight.
Johnson sets the pass. Now he's going to run
Huge
it.
draw.
It's blocked up well, makes a man miss, gets hit, but he gave him the progress for the first down. So the clock will stop for a second while they reset the chains. The Hornets now down inside the 35 to the 33-yard line.
6 yards and a Hornet first down.
Coming in with some heavier personnel here, Coach.
Yep. Brooks Bentley, the tight end, and Jacques Cartier plays some H back. But,
Clock is rolling inside 130.
Carter's split out, though, which I don't really imagine Carter running many pass routes.
That's a pass, little forward on the sweep. St. Clair makes a great missed tackle there, makes a man miss.
I don't know what Brookstone's defensive philosophy is, so this is not like, hey, I just know they had nobody on the backside, Coach. They had nobody sitting backside on the cutback. I mean, outside the guy that made the tackle. So I don't know if that was like were they in a stacked look in the corner? I mean, boy, there was no backside contained much.
Makes you think we might see a counter or some sort of pull from Johnson to keep on that at some point. Johnson set the pass, has time across the middle. Oh, hit his man in the hands, but a great defensive play there by the Cougars to knock that away.
That's just a good play by all parties involved. We got some cramping going on.
That was St. Clair on the.
That was a dot, though, that he threw, Coach.
That was. I think that is Banks Reddick with the cramp. You can tell immediately by how they're stretching that out.
You're not imbibing tonight, Coach?
No, I am trying
to
stick to water. Trying to stick to water and doing some currently fasting, not for religious reasons, but for health reasons. So, no eating for me tonight.
Well,
which, as you know, is hard for me.
Well, I'm going to.
He needs a Diet Coke. I don't
Absolutely, I do not want a Diet Coke.
I don't know if you heard it. Kind of packing on some weight. You might want to.
Regular Coke.
Oh,
thank you.
Trying to look out for your health, Coach, because I care. I definitely wasn't just calling you fat because I was trying to hurt your feelings. No, I'm just picking at you. I was saying you definitely need a Diet Coke.
Coach, after this week, the early humidity and heat index early in the week, health's overrated.
Oh yeah, you're about right.
I shouldn't say that. Thankful.
We're having like any healthy relationship. Coach and I are having some communication problems tonight because his headphones aren't working, so he's without. So he's hearing all the noise in the press box, and he's just having to hear me.
I mean, I have like a 1980s Biff Malloy 13 WMAZ microphone.
That's an offsides. We got 5, a free 5. That's good. So I'll give us third and about 1. 3rd and 1. Now for the Hornets. And, Coach, it's 34. I mean, really, let's call it 35 seconds left. We're now inside the 25, and I'd say we're probably right here at the edge of Brock's field goal range.
That is a killer penalty, the offsides.
Yeah, but I think the Hornets have just one timeout left, so if you do run it here, you're probably going to have to burn it. Going to run it around left edge. Plenty of room for the first down and more. Johnson needs to get out of bounds. He does. Gets the clock stopped. Good job there. I'm not sure he was trying to get out of bounds, but it worked out that way. So the Hornets are down inside the 15 now to about the 13-yard line. Going to be 29.2 seconds left. Some good blocking there on the edge to get some seals.
And good blocking on the interior. I was watching Caleb Andrews where he got his man hooked.
Coach, this is going to end up being a great drive if we can finish it right here. 29 seconds left. Still timeout in our pocket, so we can use that if we need it. Probably going to have to use that if anything is stopped in bounds, like right here.
Coach, who is 77 for us?
And we got it called.
Coach, Jake Sloan is wearing people out.
Talked to his mom earlier, and she wanted the world to know that his athleticism comes from her.
Coach, you and I.
She may or may not have actually said that, but
You talk about our healthy relationship. One thing that I'll take to my grave, Jake Sloan is the best middle school kicker, with all due respect to Brock Johnson, who kicked it in the end zone in middle school. Brock Johnson kicked it in the end zone several times in middle school.
Yeah, a little bit of a lighter ball, but yeah, he could do that.
Well, I mean, sometimes that's harder. That ball doesn't travel as far.
Yeah.
But Jake Sloan, who is having a night and is the
Jake
the onside
Jake
kick
is a great kid
king.
and a great football player. Was a great player for us, and getting his first snaps here, which is great. Coach, he's not giving you that. I'm not going to say he did a good job for us.
Coach, we had like 8 accidental onside kicks that year.
Yeah,
and
I'm three of them almost got me in a fight with the other team's coach.
True. I'm starting to think, though, Coach, we call them accidental. I mean,
I think that's part of the reason they were so good is because nobody was expecting it.
I think Jake might have been doing it on purpose.
Including us.
Thank you, Coach Walton.
Spirit Shop has a complete assortment of shirts, caps, seats, and all things green and gold.
Coach Farmer just doing me dirty up here, getting a French fries and ketchup and a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
And a Coke. I thought about going to water, but you got to
Coach,
live a little.
I think if you're going to eat the whole boatload of French fries there, I think the Coke's going to be okay.
Coach, we got to talk about these linemen that are getting massive movement. Who are some of these other linemen?
Oh, yeah, Caleb Andrews, of course, Sammy McGee, he's up there. And, of course, you got Banks Reddick, who I don't know if he's back in now. I see him kind of on the sidelines limping around, but I know he had the cramp.
Oh, side note, my second favorite band. Oh, my gosh, with all due respect to who played the music last year, we got a little Kings of Leon.
Kings of Leon, little shout out.
Kings of Leon.
You just saw Coach Farmer's ADD kick in full speed right there.
Well, I can't hear you.
21 seconds left. The Hornets ball, 13-yard line. Excuse me, that's not right. 18-yard line. Johnson takes a snap, sits in the pocket, looking to his left. Now he's going to try to take off. He does. He might have held on to that too long.
Oh, wow.
Great play.
Oh, wow.
If he's not past the line of scrimmage, it's a touchdown.
Sheldon Benton.
Benton on the catch. A dime from Brock Johnson across the body as he's running to his left. Knowing where the line of scrimmage was, fantastic. I think Sammy McGee may have gotten a little dinged up on his hand there. He's on the sideline trying to figure that out. So, anyway, great. What an incredible play there. I think JJ's trying to cue up that replay. Let's look at it. You got Johnson here. He's going to bail from the pocket, running to his left. Throws across his body. He was not completely across the line of scrimmage, which, as you and I know, Coach, is the rule. But
right.
He was very close from this angle. It looked like maybe his back shoulder was behind the line.
Well, the replay camera, you can see better than me. I want to talk about this. Textbook. You see how he snapped his shoulders? He's rolling away from his strong arm, rolling to his left, and he snapped those shoulders around.
Oh, I think he might have missed another kick, though.
Oh, he's probably tired.
Oh, he made it. Never mind. Take that back.
He's done everything.
Tired. That kick wasn't his best. I think he'd tell you that. But, yeah, he's probably tired. You're 100% right. But now, Coach, to be fair, as tired as he is, he's only playing one side of the ball. But it felt like we had the ball forever on that possession, even though it really was only about 4 minutes of game clock. But
hey,
big
on that
score
PAT,
right before the half.
With Sammy, something was going on with Sammy. We had a David Briscoe shot sighting. The count.
Yeah, he's playing.
Monty Briscoe.
Yeah, he's playing center for us and doing a good job. He's rolled a couple snaps back there, which is understandable on a wet field. So we want to thank our sponsors. We got a minute here. We want to make sure we thank our sponsors, our game sponsors, Coca-Cola and Emory Healthcare. Really, really important what they do for us and what they do for our community. And I'm a big Coca-Cola fan. I was giving Coach Farmer grief about the Coca-Cola earlier, but I'm drinking a Dasani, which is also a Coca-Cola product. So thank our Coca-Cola sponsor and Emory Healthcare for all they do, not only for our sponsorship, but taking care of our athletes. The Hornets will kick it deep. If we can get a stop right here, Coach, we go into halftime with a 2-score lead and the ball coming out of halftime.
Well, I hope we can get a stop. There's not but 14 seconds, so I hope no catastrophes.
Referencing the kickoff return more than anything.
I wonder if we're going to kick it on the ground or really short kickoff. I don't see us.
This is where having a kicker that can just put it to the back of the end zone is a great luxury, isn't it?
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
little
Put it
squibby-
on the ground.
little squibby
Who
kick
cares
right there.
that they got it there?
That's right.
And Brock's kind of being hard on himself, like he didn't get it past the second level. But
I'm not sure they.
yeah, I mean, it's take your chances.
Kick recovered by number 7, Jacob.
It's better than a kick return.
Brookstone takes over at their
Yep.
3-yard line.
And you talked about the Hornets getting the ball back. I mean,
Yep, start the second half. So you'd like to think if the Hornets can get off the field right here and go into halftime up 13, maybe you can come out and get a quick 6 or 7 and end up being up 20. And you feel like in the second half, a 20-point lead, should be pretty good. So the Cougars come out.
you see the Hornets secondary, and I wouldn't be shocked if they back Patton up a little more, or at least give him some bracketed help.
Coach moving Hoots across the field to
Yeah. Little double move down here.
quarterback run, gets sacked. They've got a timeout if they want it.
Smith and Rigdon.
Not going to take it.
Caleb Andrews.
And they're going to the
Smith
half,
and Rigdon
Coach.
in there.
So Hornets closed the first half up 27-14 over Brookstone. A lot of explosive plays here in the first half. It was real exciting, Coach. We'll recap that when we get back. But for now, we're going to take you to break. You're watching Westfield Hornet football on Mid-Georgia Sports Live.
What a great song.
Doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow. Hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. You see it and answer the thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future, so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home. When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future, so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. You see it and answer the thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
Welcome back at the end of the half. We've got about 2.5 minutes left of warm-up time for the teams. Looking at a few scores from around the area, you see Pacelli up on FPD. You see, of course, our score there. Bethlehem Christian trailing Calvary. Mountain Sales and Central Fellowship in a closed football game, 7-6. Tatnall really taking it to Gatewood, it looks like. Coach, you mentioned that game earlier. And then John Millage over Brentwood. I guess the game I was referencing earlier, I guess I misheard Channel 13. I could have swore they said Stratford was playing Windsor tonight, and that didn't sound right, but we'll see.
Well, have you found who Stratford's playing? Maybe a little Max Frips?
No, working on it now. Almost there.
Or maybe they're open this week.
Because they are playing Windsor Academy. You called it. There's a little familial relationship there, and I guess that's why they're playing. They're playing, and maybe it's I guess it's a real game, not a scrimmage. Yeah, they're playing Windsor tonight.
Wow.
Just the only reason we say that is Windsor's a smaller school. Stratford a much larger.
And Windsor's not that many years removed from eight-man football.
Eight-man football, that's right, yeah.
But I think there's a relationship there.
Yep.
And this league's all about relationships, and especially non-region game, non-district games.
Yep. I still haven't given that up, the region district thing.
Yeah, and I mean,
speaking of Hornets this year in a new region/district, moving out of that Columbus region, which we had Brookstone in with us, but this is not a region game. Our new region consists of a southern region, except for the Central Fellowship now is in AAA and in our region.
Central Fellowship, Terrell, Deerfield,
and Tifteria, I think, is our new region. Those, I think it was 5 teams total. Yeah, 5 teams total, including Westfield. So, be a different thing. We've been playing these schools with the exception of Central Fellowship. So there's a relationship there. We saw Terrell in the playoffs, I think 2 years ago. Play Deerfield every year. Play Tifteria every year. I know that. Coach Soliday and Coach Campbell have a relationship there, and obviously Coach Ledford, who's worked with Coach Soliday before, so they play every year. So anyway, it's a new region, but it's not really new opponents with the exception of Central Fellowship, which will be interesting because our own Westfield graduate and former co-worker Jake Walls is no longer at Central Fellowship.
Right.
So they're on a new leadership as far as their football staff. So that'll be kind of a question mark when we get ready to play. But by the time we play them, we'll have plenty of film.
Right, absolutely. And their new head coach is Ted Bellflower.
Yeah.
That was assistant at Tatnall for a couple of years recently, and
so you
and
I know Coach Bellflower a little bit. I bet Coach Campbell has crossed paths with him at some point.
Yeah, it's one thing that never changes is change, and we've seen a lot of that. Coach, as far as this game, I think Brookstone is kind of in that territory where Westfield can't score again.
Especially like right here out of the gate. Yeah, you're right. So.
Especially what has been shocking, Brookstone has not been very proficient throwing the football, Coach.
Agreed. And there's a deep kick there down the middle of the field, fielded by Hoots. Coach, they're going to gamble again with Hoots. He's going to try to get to the edge, and there's not going to be much going there, I don't think. Tackle from kind of sandwich there right at the 30-yard line. Couldn't find a seam there on the edge. Coach, the story kind of the first half to me, proficiency on offense from the Hornets. I mean, the last drive was a thing of beauty after the Hornets got about 20 yards. It took them a while to get 20 yards, but then they really kind of worked the clock down. You can see Coach Campbell was trying to work that clock down to almost 0 before he scored. And to me, it was about the sloppy little penalties and mistakes on offense by the Cougars. Obviously, their tailback
Well, and their defensive penalties hurting them. The offsides.
Correct. Dylan Terry has been absolutely a star for them. So the Hornets flip their set, as we've seen them do before. Going to be a little sweep off right side. Johnson cuts it up. Gets
Boy,
caught
that's
from
a
behind.
good block by Sammy, Coach.
It was.
Sammy McGee kind of taking his guy where he wanted to go, and Johnson working off of the block.
Give him 3 on first down there, make it 2nd and 7.
I saw his father Will at the little cookout area down there. And
did he have
Coach,
his leisure suit on?
He did not have the leisure suit,
Okay.
Coach. I think he got a little hot when the air went out, when the power went out. And
Ooh,
that leisure
I did.
suit was rough.
I did, and I wasn't wearing a leisure suit.
He was a warrior. He still had it on right before team meal, and everybody in the cafeteria as they're sitting in there with
I think everybody's
no air.
Here's that little diamond set and quads over there we've seen already tonight. They've gone quick pass or quarterback run. Now they motion out of it with hoots.
And really just motion to an empty set.
Johnson looking to throw. Now he's going to roll to his right. He's still looking downfield, trying to outrun. If he gets the edge, he's going to cut back now and losing ground. Breaks the tackle and really ends up about the same spot he started. I thought he might have had a better play if he just stayed running to the right.
Yeah, I think that's going to be when Brock watches the film, he's going to be like, what was I seeing?
Yeah, I'm not sure what you saw there.
Because he kind of could have kept going.
So Brock ran about 35 yards for a gain of nothing. 3rd down and 7. I'm going to be sure to give him a little grief about that play when I see him in class on Monday. So what do we dial up here? Carter Black can catch the ball. Don't let him slip out of the.
Yeah, Carter Black is proficient at receiving the football. And see them slipping him up the seam or something.
There
they
he goes in the out route. He's open. Brock throws an interception. Unfortunately, not sure what he saw there. I think he might have tried to force the ball into traffic a little bit.
That's just not the possession you want up 2 scores.
They give the ball back on our end of the field.
Great field position, and you give them momentum.
I thought Carter Black was open, and he could have turned up the field for a first down. He was open in the flat, I thought. But that's okay. You got to make mistakes from time to time. It's how you recover and how you respond. So the Hornets pin back a little bit on their own 40-yard line.
You know, Coach, I'm a little shocked. As much as Brookstone likes to run the ball, boy, they sure never play with a tight end much.
That's true. Hornets drag the runner down, but he gets about 4 yards.
And that's a new game. That's a 2-back set. I felt I was watching Ross Worsham at Westwood there in the gun 2-back.
And a funny way, Coach, it almost gives you the tight end.
It does.
He's going to get the edge. Oh, ball's loose.
And the Hornets are going to have it. No harm, no foul. Brooks Bentley having a day today. Or an evening. How about D, Coach? I know D didn't make the play, but his long arms kind of strung it out.
It did, Coach. I got so excited, I stood up and ripped my headset off my head. So that was interesting. How'd you miss that?
Did you go your inner Larry Munson? I broke my metal chair. I know you're a Tech fan.
No, I respect Larry Munson. But, no, I did not. I stood up and stood on my – anyway, long story. I ripped my headsets off. But, hey, great play. Hornets ball.
Who caused that fumble?
Like you said, I'm not sure. D. Dantley, again, was in on the tackle.
What's D's last name?
Dantley.
D squared.
He's a junior.
And he wears a great number. Oh, we've already said that.
Yeah, you've already said that. That's true.
Hornets come with a little tray set, Coach.
Yep.
Tray pistol. I love it.
Tight end with a.
And then shift the back. And it's really not Trey
because it's a bad snap.
It's
and
like an
Johnson
overset
tries
more.
to make something out of nothing, and I'm not sure he even got back to the line of scrimmage. I know the ball's wet, but you can't have bad snaps. That really hurts you. He did not get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to make it second, and looks like the down marker hasn't moved, but it looks like 2nd and 13. Yep.
Evan Skinner trotting on the field.
Having to get some help there on where to go. Johnson back to pass again. Going to be quarterback draw. Got some room. Kind of dancing around. A little indecisive about where he wanted to go there.
Yeah, he's looked a little – and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
We got a stoppage of play. Looks like Brock's helmet came off.
Hit by number 15, Davis Rude. Play picks up 5 yards, third down. And
So going to have to bring in Court Pearson here, I think, for a play to play quarterback.
And you would imagine something maybe fairly conservative here. Great thing about it is you've kind of sputtered on offense early here in half, but no harm, no foul because you're getting the turnover back.
3rd and 8, Coach. They trust Court's arm, so let's see how this goes. He's coming back to make sure he gets the
Coach
some
Campbell's
instructions from Coach
communicating.
Campbell. We know Court can sling it, so let's see
Harper
here.
Fountain at tight end right now, Coach. And he's slipping vertical.
Got him,
drink of
got
water.
him right there. That's Brooks Blauer's looking for him, and the inexperience
we have
there.
a 2 tight end set. Did we have some type of or was Brooks at an H-back,
I think
Coach?
Brooks has got a cramp. He's going to walk off the field.
Did we have 2 tight ends there?
Possibly.
I mean,
yeah,
both end of line. I got
I
lazy.
think the lesson there we'll learn on film for the young quarterback is to throw that ball more on the line because he kind of led him to the defender.
The
he was open.
routes ended up on top of each other, too.
That's right. So that's going to lead to a punt. How about this, Coach? You got Brock Johnson as the searchlight guy.
Yep.
You got what's the penalty? Did we get a delay game? Oh, we did. So not the start you wanted if you're Coach Campbell.
Good time to eat some French fries.
Yeah, you've had a little assortment, haven't you? Have you eaten your chicken sandwich yet?
I have not.
Oh, saving that. Okay.
We got to pace myself.
Picked up some ribs down there earlier.
Westfield 31, we're 14-14.
Always fine food offerings at the concession stand here at Westfield School. Back 5 yards now. Attempt number 2 at the punt. Good snap. Punts away. A little wobbly kick. They're going to let it go. Didn't get much of a Hornet roll, but it is going to get them back to their 40-yard line.
5, 10, 15. High school football, we always say flip it 30 yards.
Yeah, so
flip it field 30 yards.
If you think about it, kind of as a turnovers, we didn't turn it over, I guess. We punted, but kind of a net there. I guess we did throw the pick earlier.
Right.
So if you think about, really just 2 kind of possessions either side, kind of wasted and punted to them. So really no harm, no foul, but you really would like to look a little cleaner on offense coming out of the half if you're Coach Campbell. I know he's would tell you that himself. So Rocco's in the game, Coach.
Rocco's now at a 0 technique, Coach. He was playing some 5 earlier. Now he's at a nose.
Smith and Rignett in there at tackle, too. So got some young guys. And Harper Fountain, too. Harper Fountain using them long arms.
Flag on the field. Ooh, the general come up. General Patton Lambert coming up with a little helmet stick.
I'm a little confused with these penalties. I thought they would be stoppage of play on some of these, but
Patton Lambert, along with number 5, James Moore.
Coach, I like that guy. I've always been a big fan of 12.
Yep, he's playing well. Looks like the penalty. Okay. Legal formation declined. Not sure about that decision. So he declines that. Okay. 1st and 15 might have been a better, but I don't know. 2nd and 6 now. And the quarterback going to keep it.
And the Boo Birds are out. They were wanting
the crowd
number 3 to get called on a holding versus James Moore. Yep. James kind of in that triangle area. Coach said, Hornets and some 3-4 principles tonight.
Well, they played a lot of it, haven't they?
Yeah. And it's not like their tackles are kind of getting inside some, but I mean, which makes sense. Some of that spread stuff, playing some deep quarters or whatever they might be given whatever looks they might be giving out of it.
Again,
Well,
trouble tackling.
And he just bent it back, and Sammy lost contain. Sammy's kind of like
Dylan Terry.
You can see Sammy looking like, well, you know.
Number 1 down, Dylan
That's a
Terry.
good
I
run.
think that's another cramping issue.
Again, folks, sorry if I talk over Coach Fowler. A little different
He just
equipment.
has
It's
no,
always
he
JJ's
just has
fault.
no respect for me.
It's JJ's fault.
He has no respect for me. It's just disrespect left and right up here.
No, in all seriousness, shout out to JJ. JJ is like,
he's the man behind the curtain.
he is, no, from a school standpoint, JJ.
You might call him the Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain.
Our, what do we call you, JJ? IT guy? Coach, I'm watching all these texts at school. JJ's got like people with iPad issues, and you know some of the early couple weeks of school.
Yeah, things
kids
you got to
getting
work
set
through.
up with learning platforms and Veracross and
Incompetent teachers like myself.
absolutely me and you both. And JJ's on a text.
Let me back up. When it comes to technology, obviously Westfield has great, competent, very well-educated and experienced teachers.
Right.
I wasn't implying that. Just
We're talking about you
I'm
and I.
a little incompetent when it comes to technology.
Well, I mean, JJ's juggling students coming to him with setting them up, and that's kind of one at a time deal with some stuff, complications they're having. And then he's dealing with like texts and emails from me on some AP stuff, and he's just he was gracious. I'm thinking he might could say, hey, dude, I got a lot going on here.
JJ, how many times has Farmer called you with a problem and it been his computer was unplugged?
See, thank you, JJ.
Oh, he said 6. I don't know if
No,
y'all,
that was a
y'all couldn't
zero.
see that at
That
home.
was a 0.
Again, the receiver moved early.
Yes, he did.
Boom! Oh, we got to make
Oh.
that play. Quarterback running free now. We're going to be able to get him. Yeah, we'll run him out of bounds eventually. Pat and Lambert
I
nabbed
don't
themselves.
want to get into the Brookstone coaches' business because they do a great job, but the way that guy runs the ball as big as he is,
Yeah.
I would have some cute packages for him.
Yeah, we got
He's a big old boy.
another cramping problem with Sammy McGehee. So that's the thing, Coach. It is cooler, but it is damp, and like you said, on that wet turf, it kind of leads to more cramps, doesn't it? He can't hear me. I don't think he's across the room.
I don't have a headset on. And I wore deodorant. You keep sliding away
Well,
from me.
okay, logistics here. So we're kind of in the corner of the press box, and the action is on this side of the field. I have to really slide over.
What word
to
did you just
see.
say? I'm
I
a Georgia
I
fan.
said more cramp
Logistics?
problems. Yeah, logistics. Big word. No, I was mentioning the cramps. I look like Sammy is fighting a little cramp. He is. He's laid down on the sideline there, getting stretched out. I was talking about, yes, it's a cooler night, but the humidity's still up, and also the
Right.
field being wet. You mentioned that earlier, how much it just puts a strain on your legs.
Calf muscles.
Halftime score for the GIAA.
Oh, getting some scores up.
FPD and Pacelli tied at 14 at halftime.
FPD has tied up. Tied up the game. You just heard that update from Mr. Dale on the PA. So back to action.
Come on, getting away, Coach Fowler. I'm sorry. Brookstone playing with an H-back in this set and go with kind of an orbit motion. Ooh, and the ball comes out again.
Ball's out again, Coach. And the Hornets have it. That's a fortuitous
And who
play
gets
there.
the fumble?
Somebody rips that.
Fumble on the play.
Trying to see who came up with it. There, Win.
Benjamin.
Win Hoots on the recovery.
Boy, and Brookstone just in a.
That's going to be, Coach, I'm going to interrupt you. Sorry. That's going to be an official timeout for some water. So why don't we go to break real quick. Thank you, first of all, to our sponsors, Coca-Cola and Emory Healthcare. And you're watching Westfield Hornet football on Mid-Georgia Sports Live.
recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. You see it and answer the thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
Welcome back to the Hornets Nest as we get ready for action. The Hornets coming out of their own end zone here after the fumble recovery by Win Hoots. 7:44 left in the third quarter. Still a lot of game left, Coach. Only up 13. But the Hornets, like you said, if we can put something together offensively, you feel like we have this game really under control. The Brookstone's really helped us out with a couple of bad turnovers. Little fake action there. Johnson with room to run, just come out of there like a rocket, didn't he? Man, he's got some good acceleration.
And Hoots is set in the backfield, but then he's going in flat motion, just giving eye candy, and it was GT power, guard and tackle pull. And it was just a power run play to the cube. Like at some point, Brookstone secondary and second level players have to say that's kind of eye candy, you know, get heavy in the box. But the moment you don't honor Hoots,
right,
he's on some type of wheel scheme up the sideline.
St. Clair hadn't touched the ball. Let's see if he gets a touch here soon. He ran the fade there, didn't get it. Little fade stop. Johnson going to fake it, now tuck it. Takes a big hit. Did he get the first? Close. And I think maybe
Johnson
looks like a
is
cramp.
gimpy, but Brookstone's guys down with a.
Johnson plays so hard, Coach. He's takes a lot of contact for a quarterback, but he's not a slide guy. Now maybe in baseball, but in football he's a put your shoulder down guy. And Brookstone's starting to suffer some of the same issues we are, even though they have more numbers. You know, as you know, in this league, when you have a lot of numbers, doesn't mean they're all ready to play.
Absolutely.
So you may have 50 guys on your roster, but you're still only playing about 18 of them in most of the snaps. So.
And you know when you really tell it, on a night like tonight when the field is wet and a team's wearing white pants, there are a lot of guys on Brookstone sideline with clean white pants.
That's right. A lot of clean white pants. It's a good call.
I mean,
little Penn State almost look. I know the helmet's obviously a different color.
Well, a lot of guys that haven't, if they have come on the field, they haven't been on the ground.
Brookstone is set up for a good season, Coach. They have a lot of success. Look, if they just keep handing the ball to number one and let that quarterback run, I mean, that's a lot of weaponry.
Right. I think Quad A is going to be interesting to watch. I mean, people say FPD's young, but I know that quarterback kind of got thrown to the wolves last year when Major Simmons got hurt. And Cash Walker, I think is his name, did a really good job as a freshman.
Yep.
Was proficient.
And Coach Brett, he's a friend, but Brett Collier is a heck of a football coach.
Oh, great football coach.
And just a good leader of men.
And
so he'll have those guys.
Talking football with him, like a lot of these guys in our league, you sit down and talk football with him, just kind of, you're like, man, I like his take on life, like his take on football for sure.
So Johnson in the backfield with Creters, going to give it to Creters. Creters again tucks it, makes a
good
run.
Good run.
Good vision there by Creters.
Yeah, good solid run. Hold on to that football.
I got him for about 9 yards on that carry.
Coach, a little quick feet. Kind of kept his feet up underneath him. Give a little.
So 2nd and 1 now for the Hornets, nearing midfield at the 42-yard line.
I can't imagine both of these teams playing each other without film. With all the different sets.
I think they had
they have film, but
Brookstone,
recent film.
We spotted some of Brookstone's coaches at our scrimmage versus Southland.
Okay.
And I think we had one of their scrimmages, and maybe even they're like a little spring scrimmage or something they said we had. So.
And I know it's not going in blind because of prior games.
We got away with a little flinch on the O-line by the center. Craters with another good run, takes a hit, but he gets enough for the first down.
Hey, you know what he's doing that Brookstone has not done the last possessions? Holding on to the football.
Yep, he's covering that ball up for sure. And the other thing that I love that he's doing is he's giving Brock Johnson and all those other guys a little bit of a break, little respite right here as he gets a couple of carries in a row. So receivers don't have to come off the ball hard and, you know, all those things when they know it's just going to be a little dive. That's not really a dive, but you know what I mean.
Right. Little stacked twins look out there, which could lend itself to like just a little hitch screen or some type of combo routes, or maybe just getting people out of the box to run the ball.
Got a heavy box run set.
Yep.
Johnson pulls it, got a little space, running hard again, always falls forward. I don't love that spot, but nonetheless, let's give him 6 as they cross midfield.
Is he got a little Brock's mannerisms? Is almost like he's got like a little shoulder kind of?
Yeah, he's probably a little sore. There's been some popping going on.
I don't want to say, just kind of.
Coach, I think we host. Is it Strong Rock next week?
Host Strong Rock.
So completely different. And if you watch the interview with Coach Campbell, I think he mentions this. Completely different offense to prepare for next week.
Are they back to wing T?
They'll show a lot of that veer from the gun.
Oh, that's right. They're back. They're a veer guy. They got him a guy. Actually, they ran some I veer last year.
Johnson a little shaken up on that play. He did take a tough hit there.
Awkward silence. They ran some I veer last year.
Sorry, I was watching the actual game. Yeah, they did, and they mix it up. They do some of that, and they'll run some of that out of the midline and veer. And
I'm saying they ran some under center veer, and then they ran
Yep.
some gun veer.
Yep. Just, obviously the stress that puts on your defense, especially in preparation.
All right, Coach Campbell's done a good job against some of that triple stuff.
Hornets just pounding the rock right here. Johnson off the left side, going to give him a couple maybe.
Brookstone defense still hustling, getting to the ball. Number 23, A.J. Hayes.
Gotta wonder. He's this is how you put a game away right here, Coach. Long drives that end in touchdowns.
Right.
But of course, Johnson's looking a little tired and maybe a little, I don't want to say banged up, but just football stuff. You get a few hits, get tired.
I just don't know if the Brookstone box is heavy. These are run sets, and Brookstone only has 6 in the box.
Yep, D. Dantley in the backfield, Coach, first time.
Right.
He's going to get a fake and a
little bootleg.
He wanted the deep shot. He's hitched up to take it. Comes back on an adjustment and finds his man. Is that St. Clair or Hoots?
And St. Clair takes a shot.
Out of bounds, it looks like.
Yeah,
you
get a late flag, but I think it's a legit flag.
Wondered how long it would take to find him. Here's your replay.
And Stone's cramping, right? Is that what?
Maybe so. I don't know. You see
holding
Johnson right here. He
helmet's
hitches up
off.
because he wants a deep shot. Adjustment on the route, looks like. And he fires a rope and, takes the illegal hit. So,
Coach, for a second, I thought Brock was just going to keep it because he was kind of on the boot, had space out there. Out of the pistol look.
Stone's a little shaken up. I'm trying to see exactly.
He took a shot.
Maybe not the wind out of him. He seems like he's okay.
That was a big hit.
I just realized why I can't see is I forgot to put my glasses back on. Because I'm that guy.
That's a big play by Stone. Still making the play and making the reception.
It looks like he's going to be okay.
So, Coach, that was bootleg waggle action out of pistol.
Yep, I saw that.
Which I thought Brock could have run it, but
I think he wanted to throw looked like maybe a post or something, or what? He's going to hit Stone, but then Stone adjusted the route when he
right.
bounced. Danley again in the backfield. See if he gets a carry here. He will, and nothing there. They were kind of on top of that one. They're excited about what Danley can bring them in the backfield with his speed, but that certainly wasn't the – didn't have a chance to really turn it loose there, did he? Called a loss of – no, it's not second. Yeah, it's second. And they gave him a loss of 2. So second and 12.
So the worst thing the Hornets can do here is go backwards, considering well within Johnson's field goal range. And, you know, a field goal would make it not a 3-score game, but it would make it a 2 touchdowns and 2-point conversions.
Did they not drop the chain? So is it second and goal to go? A little draw. We've seen this before. Johnson's going to bounce. Puts his head down, stays in bounds. Gets it down to about the 12-yard line.
Number 11,
More cramps, it looks like, for a Brookstone player. It's always an issue early in the season, Coach, these cramps. I mean, it's just humid and, again, not as hot. We're fortunate for that, but very muggy outside, and you've already mentioned the wet field and the surface and what that does to your calf. So a lot of calf cramps for both sides. But these long drives where your defense just has to stay on the field for, 6-7 minutes, it really can do it to you. Reminder, this drive started, if I remember correctly, deep inside Hornet territory. While we see the Brookstone player get stretched out, let's take a quick Emory Healthcare break.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
Welcome back. We want to say a thank you again to Emory Healthcare along with Coca-Cola for being our game sponsors. Coach and I enjoying our Coca-Cola products up here in the press box that we got from the concession stand. So third down now, and it's 3rd and 8. There was a little confusion about if it was goal to go or not, but it is 3rd and 8. You can get a first down just inside the 5.
So, hey, Coach Fowler.
Yes, sir.
Hornets going with an empty set, but it's a tight end attached empty set.
We've seen
that. I don't know if
got him.
Well, that's the second time Brookstone has jumped in a key situation.
Unless we moved, and that is a huge advantage to get 3rd and 2 or 3 as opposed to 3rd and 7 or 8. So I'm assuming it is on the defense. So it looks like the first down can be got at the 4-yard line, and we're now on the 7. So now 3rd and 3. And you got to figure, Coach, this is a Brock Johnson run coming right here.
Well, that tight end empty set, the tight end can release down the field. And I know it'll look different closer to the goal line, but they didn't have anybody.
Yeah, I thought the motion bounced the safety over on top of him a little bit. But if you motion away from him, it might leave him naked in the middle of the field. Yeah.
But now the set's totally different.
Yeah. But the right edge is soft.
Yeah, the right edge is really soft.
And you don't need to, well, did he get the first? It's going to be close, right at the sticks. Maybe the second effort got there. We're getting a stoppage of the clock, which indicates maybe a first down. There you go. There's your signal. First down, Hornets. 1st and goal now from the 3.5 or so.
1st and goal to go from the 4.
Down to a minute left in the 3rd quarter. Hornets have put together a time-consuming drive, really wearing down the Cougar defense.
I mean, Brookstone feels like they haven't hardly had the ball. They had the 2 possessions where they fumbled.
That's right. Got to figure this is another empty set. Got to figure quarterback run, right? A little sweet.
A little discombobulated there.
He got away, but he's going to end up losing yardage. Helmet's off. They got to throw it dead.
And that's
and
what I'm talking about.
maybe a face mask. We
going backwards.
Might have got a break with the face mask as they ripped the helmet off, but I don't know. Yep.
Oh.
And with the face mask, now Johnson doesn't have to come off the field. There's your replay. You can see the face mask right there.
The play kind of looked like a broken play from the get-go, Coach.
Yeah, it was
With the motion
little
and
quarterback sweep thing, and the motion guy kind of hitched, didn't he? Yeah.
Now we got a guy down.
Another Brookwood player down. We'll stay here, but it is an Emory Healthcare timeout on the field. You know, it's kind of funny when you think about the numbers on your team. And I know we kind of uniquely understand this, but with the lack of numbers we have, our guys get more reps in practice, which helps their conditioning.
Right.
And when you've got 60 players, or whatever it is that Brookstone has, you know, having to rep everybody, sometimes you don't get as in good a shape because you don't get as many reps at full speed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you've got to get everybody reps, you know, and it really doesn't hurt team. Well, your team sessions can get where you're always worried about down the line guys not getting enough reps, and you want to keep them involved and interested in the program. They get reps in D group and O group, indie periods, but when they start to take over reps in team periods, you lose a little of that pace and conditioning.
So that's going to be a half the distance penalty since we were inside the 15-yard line. Inside the, would that be inside the 30? Anyway, but first and goal now from a 2.5, I think, or 2.
And
not much suspense here, I don't think, Coach.
A little trips over here, empty. And Coach has spotted that weak right side over there.
That's easy money.
He spotted that soft edge, Q sweep. It's like playing with 12.
Yeah, I kept thinking they might run the jet that way, but either way, it's the same worked out. So, Coach, if I can see it and you can see it up here, Coach Campbell, with all his experience, certainly saw it as well. So, not surprised they would attack that soft edge there.
Well, Coach, Brookstone did not have a triangle player. When I say triangle, 3x3 area to the wide side of the field.
That's right. All he had to do was beat the end.
What's that?
All he had to do was beat the end.
Hook the 5.
Yep.
And block the corner.
And that guy ain't going to catch him. Johnson on now. Doesn't get a break. Got a kick. Now, Brock doesn't want Brookwood to have success, but he wouldn't cry if they put together a 10-minute drive not to score because he needs a little bit of a break. I don't know how many times he carried the ball in that drive, but it had to be 10.
Yes, he's
maybe not, maybe 8, but still he carried it a lot and took some hits. And now we got something going on. We were kicking, weren't we? Lined up on the right side. We weren't going for that, were we?
I thought we were going for 2.
That's what I'm saying. Were we?
Yeah, we're going for 2.
Oh, I wasn't. I was just assuming we were going to kick it. I like it. Make it a clean 21-point lead. Yep. They're playing the hits tonight, Coach, and they got that sound bumping.
And the student section.
Yeah, I've been rocking all night tonight.
Is chiming in. Some more Kings of Leon.
So Coach Campbell sends his Hornets back out on the field with the play.
Coach, a little James Moore sighting on offense. No, my bad. I get 3 and 5 mixed up there. Built a light. That's Jack Creeder. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry, Jack.
Definitely going for 2 from the right hash. Coach has a play dialed up that he wants. The ball there because you get to call where you want the spot. Little sweep, going to run the reverse to St. Clair. He makes one man miss, can't make the next man miss, and he's going to end up a little bit short. Play never really had a chance. They were in pursuit. So when he pitched it to St. Clair, there really was nowhere to go. We do have a penalty in the end zone. Not sure what. Hornets are running off. Must be on the offense. Get the call here. We've got a personal foul. What's that call, Coach?
Helmet to helmet.
Is that what it was? Okay. But that is a 33-14 look. You hate that you've missed the one extra point kick and now the 2-point conversion. So 35-14 would be a much cleaner look. But we'll take the 19-point lead. Region play or district play will be interesting this year. A little different faces anyway. Of course, you know, Deerfield has won one and played for one the last 2 years. I do know they graduated a large senior class, but that doesn't necessarily mean, Deerfield usually reloads. They don't rebuild.
It does, but they graduated a dude.
A dude.
I mean, a straight-up dude that threw for like he threw for 3,500 yards
this is me from 10,000 miles away, but that kid's a college football quarterback, and he's playing college baseball to his credit. But I really was shocked to find out that he didn't have, and maybe he chose not to. I have no idea the story, but talking about Lane Seals, I think his name was, great quarterback for Deerfield.
Of course, John Millage has got a dude, several dudes.
But we've built a great little rivalry with Deerfield the last few years. Of course, unfortunately, we've ended up on the short end in a lot of those games, but they've all been really close. Here's the return. And not going to get far.
And there's a shellacking.
Yeah, got a
stick. That was a big hit by Sheldon Benton.
But I think we're going to get something away from the ball, a hold maybe or something. The runner was looking like maybe his cramps were bothering him a little bit. He wasn't running as fast as I thought.
Yeah, he was kind of high stepping. Yeah, like he didn't want to get his feet kind of stuck in the.
That's the end of your third quarter.
And the third quarter comes to an end. So as the third quarter comes to an end, your score here in Perry is 33-14 in favor of the Hornets. You're watching Westfield Hornet football on Mid-Georgia Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. You see it and answer the thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
Welcome back to the Nest as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Westfield leading by 19 points. Yep. Brookstone coming out of their own end zone at about the 14-yard line. That'll be quarterback run. Got a little space there. Makes a cut.
That's a good run.
Very good run. This is one of those games, Coach, where, not to discredit, I got another Cougar down. Looks like a cramp. It'll be a little Emory Healthcare timeout right here on the field, so we'll stay here. But this might be one of those games, Coach, where not only during the game, but certainly in the after-game film, the Brookstone coach is like, man, maybe we need to put in a couple of those things that Westfield does with their quarterback on the run game.
That's what I was saying earlier. Did you hear me talking about the Q
Yeah,
packages?
I just felt like I worded it better than you.
You probably did. Yeah, I'm just saying he's,
I was going to make sure that you were busy, eating your 18 things of food over there, rubbing it in. Did you eat lunch today?
I did. I don't want to
too.
smack on camera, so I've had to really spread this meal out. And my Coke got cold, not cold. The Coke got hot, so I think that warrants another Coke.
Sure.
For the Coke experience.
Probably one back here in the cooler. There might be one in the cooler back here if you looked. Yeah, Coach, there's all kinds of good stuff back here. Some Gatorade, some cold water. Oh, is that a 0? Oh, you didn't. That is dirty. Yes, sir. Got me a Powerade 0. Look at all that. Brookstone sends the back in motion. Gonna quarterback run. Hornets had it dialed up. Give them about 4. Maybe 5 with forward progress.
I mean, I guess Brookstone's not. They just really haven't taken the deep shots that I thought they would take. I know the Westfield secondary, obviously, Westfield skilled people and secondary are very talented. But
ball's on the ground. Quarterback recovers. Now he's going to try to run. Now he's going to throw it over into the flats. We got D there. Got to wrap up on that and break down, make that tackle. And they're going to make something out of nothing there. And Coach, he might end up with closer to first down. And we got, looks like somebody with a cramp.
And we got one cramping.
Hard to tell from here who it is.
Is that Sammy or Smithson?
I think I might be Smithson now that you say that. Yeah, lesson learned right there. They'll talk to D about breaking down and make a sure tackle right there because he had him for a loss of yardage if he breaks down. Now, that's saying a lot because that back is really slippery, as Dylan Terry has shown all night. Tough to tackle in the open field. Yeah, hear from Dale right here. Dale Williams, our PA announcer, is announcing that the softball team will be in action with plenty of games this week. Of course, everything is kind of up in the air due to the extreme temperatures expected on Monday and Tuesday. So just stay locked in to your Westfield social media and messages from your coaches as far as games and practices and everything else that goes on. So.
And shout out to Mr. Dale Williams, right?
Yep, just mentioned
and
him.
Jimmy Beelan.
Yep, up here again.
Dale doing the public address, and Jimmy's his spotter.
Eagle Eye, Jimmy Beelan, that's what they call him. I just made that up, but I'm sure somebody calls him that.
I'd like to get Jimmy on one of my golf teams.
Yeah, I don't think he plays with losers like us, Coach. He's too good.
But that'd probably mean I need to get kicked off the team.
And JC here in support, throwing up the peace sign. Just a great network of people here at Westfield. Just not only parent volunteers, but these guys their kids have graduated several years ago, and they stick around just because they love the game and love the people and love Westfield. And you see a lot of that here. Just a great place, very unique place as far as I'm concerned. Just honored to be a part of it, as I know you are too, Coach. You didn't hear anything I just said?
It's just a different setup tonight. I heard everything to the last sentence. What was the last thing you said?
I said I'm honored to be a part of it. I know you are too.
My gosh. Westfield's a special place. I mean, it really is.
You see Smith and Rigdon walking off the field now. It may be a cramp. He's got a little bit of a knee issue that's not a serious concern right now, but hope it's not that. I would think he's going to be okay.
Oh, Smithson.
Got Smithson in class this year. Coach, I hadn't had him in class in a while.
Right.
In my senior government class.
Coach, I almost feel like Brookstone has just gone concession mode, Coach, which is kind of shocking.
Yeah,
they don't really seem to be in a hurry up. They're not in a hurry up posture.
Yeah, I agree. And you can't help but wonder if maybe they've got some guys over there on the bench with these cramps. Like even 16, I'm watching him run in right there. He seems a little gimpy. Makes you wonder if they're not missing some guys or something.
Well, we mentioned number 3, Coach, who's had a good year for them last year. Number 3, correct me if I'm wrong, had over 1,000 yards receiving last year.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He hasn't had many touches tonight.
But number 1 is going to end up with 32, 33 carries for the night's over with. I think he's carried the ball a ton.
Right. Now, I could be wrong. I'm going by I know this is last year's roster we're looking at, but
Coach, answer me this: how many completions has Brookstone had tonight?
2, 3.
Yeah, not many for a team that's, in the spread. Not to carry by 1. Positive yardage. The Hornets are rallying to the football, but he picks up 4.
Another cramp. I thought Jacques Cartier and James Moe.
Coach, this is what when you're the coach and you have a player. Obviously, you're sympathetic to anybody that has any type of injury, but you have a player that's playing one way and cramps. You got to tell them to toughen up a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, you got guys playing both ways now. I can understand that. There's a pass on cue. We're in position. And that ball is intercepted.
Just having a day.
That was a beautiful interception by Pat
that
Lambert.
cat, just good for that guy.
What a play. I think JJ's going to be able to cue this replay up right here. He has it. So you see here the play starts. Lambert flips his hips in a hurry, inside out, finds the ball, and just gets up and elevates to bring down the interception. Patton's not a tall guy. I'm not saying he's super short or anything, but he's not a super tall guy. But, Coach, when you can get off the ground like that and get up in the air to take that away from a taller receiver, that's some good defensive back play.
I go to war with that guy any day. He's just, man, that guy's just – he's full of vim and vinegar, as we know.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Full of what vinegar? Full of what?
I don't know. I heard that somewhere. I've heard other stuff said with it, but I didn't want to say it bad. I don't want to say.
Yeah, I know what you didn't say.
He's
we're all aware what you didn't say.
Patton's feisty. And
he is.
Kind of opposite of me, very laid back and even keeled.
Oh, he's so chill.
And I just, appreciate the feistiness.
Yeah, I appreciate that for sure. Good kid. Really,
I know you
really appreciate his good play. No, I'm wanting to just absolutely pick
Shred
on you,
me.
but I'm not going to do that because you'll give it back, and I don't want to hear it.
Oh, my gosh. Just what a play. It was a 50-50 ball. It wasn't like it was an awful
Does that
ball.
count as a completion for the – no? Oh. So we just mentioned how many times have they thrown the ball, and then you said 2 or 3.
And then it was an interception.
And then the next play they threw an interception. So
maybe that's why they didn't throw it.
So Hornets out now deep in their own territory. Game kind of in hand at this point. You got to figure Coach Campbell would love to either put another quick score up or to maybe grind out some clock here. The ball goes to Creeders. He's going to be hitting the backfield. I'm not sure Banks Reddick quite made it to his block on that play.
Let me tell you something. Jack's got that ball covered up, and that is the only priority right now deep in our own territory.
That's right. We've got, let's see, Smithson's on the sideline. So let's see who is in for him. Is Jake in again? He is. Is that Jake at right guard? I believe it is.
Jake's strong.
He is strong. Johnson on the keeper, going to try to bounce. Nothing there. He does break 1 tackle, 2, and tries to throw it away, but call an incomplete pass, so that does save some yardage. I'll bring up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 or 14.
And
now this is where I think you really would play conservative, right? You're up 19 points.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking maybe quarterback draw or
no, quarterback draw, no catastrophes. Do not beat yourself.
I would think best case maybe throw a little screen.
I don't think it's going to come out of the hand of the Q.
I don't either. I don't either.
But some type of Q run and get it out of here. But maybe
He is going to pass it.
Deep
Taking a
ball,
deep
safe
shot
shot.
to the sideline. Can
What a
Hoops go
ball.
get it?
Well,
I don't know that he's going to be in bounds anyway.
yeah, I don't think he was going to be in bounds. Wynn doesn't need to beat himself up too much about that. Good ball. Yeah, I don't mind that. That's a safe, just try to pitch and catch. And even if they picked it off, it'd be like a long punt.
Yep. Yep, I'm with you, though. I think he was going to be out of bounds. He was trying to drag a foot, but I'm not sure he's going to get it down.
Man, what a ball.
Yeah, that was where only your guy can get it throw.
Nobody's harder on Wynn Hoots than Wynn Hoots.
Excuse me. Yeah, you're right. Coach, we've seen
maybe
that.
Ben.
We've seen
Maybe Ben.
maybe we've
Not
seen
really.
that. We've seen that connection on that fade ball before, though.
A little bit. A few times. Brookstone just going to leave D uncovered. Not that we really would check anything, but right now there's nobody over our – well, he's going to work back out.
They're
just
trying
getting
to figure it out. They got some personnel problems. I think some guys might be out and they're confused. They didn't block real well there. Got the kickoff, but wasn't a particularly great kick.
Take it all day in high school football.
You will. And the guy that was uncovered got down there and covered it up. So, going to be good field position for the Cougars. It's basically like they didn't throw the pick at all, but we got some clock burned off, which is what
Absolutely.
matters. I think this is about where they were when they threw it. Actually, pretty close. 8 minutes left, 8:01 to be exact, 33-14 Hornets.
And I'm probably saying this selfishly when I say surprised at Brookstone not throwing it more. It is early in the season. But with the mobility of their quarterback, the throws kind of been straight drive. I'm surprised they haven't gone more half sprint out stuff, combination stuff.
Harper Fountain on the tackle, Coach.
Oh, Harpoon.
Excited for our sponsors again. Let me once again thank them, Coca-Cola and Emory Healthcare. Also want to say a word after this play. We'll see what happens here with Brookstone. Again with the run. Of course, he's breaking tackles, and we're getting a little tired.
Ooh, what a play by Wynn Hoots.
That is a good play by Wynn Hoots, unsurprisingly with him. Excited about our partnership that's continuing with Mid-Georgia Sports Live. A little bit of a rebranding by Mid-Georgia Sports Live. We're happy to be a part of that. Calling games all year here for Westfield. So hopefully you guys can tune in on the games that we call. There are some, well, I don't want to get into some things I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know if you saw it. It was kind of a bad snap deal where the good run by the running back. He just picked up what was a snap miscue and straight downhill. Number 1, Dylan Terry.
Yeah, Terry's a good back, Coach. I could certainly see him having a chance to play at the next level. Good play there by the corner. What is that, a block in the back?
We're going to block in the back.
Patton Lamberth up on the tackle with a good open field tackle. He's a little shaken
Patton
up.
and Lambert doing a good job beating that wide out. Kind of ducked in.
See Hoots pointing the other way, thinking maybe it's on them. I'm thinking maybe they got him for a block in the back on Lamberth. Tell you what, Lamberth has had a good game, Coach. We're going to have to think about him as a player of the game candidate.
On defense?
For defense at least, yeah. Offensively, with the way Johnson has run the football, I mean, it's got to be, you got to be thinking that. We'll have our players of the game towards the end of the game, but just thinking out loud. Of course, Hoots with the big special teams touchdown. So something to think about there. And I feel like the offensive line never gets enough love.
Absolutely correct on the O-line not getting enough love. Just the way it is.
Tough to tackle that young man, I tell you what.
And we say it every year. You treat all linemen like mushrooms.
Yeah, I know where
You
you're
know how
going.
you grow mushrooms.
Oh, I do.
You keep them in the dark and feed them crap. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes for linemen.
Well, all due credit to the young man from Brookstone, Dylan Terry, who just scored a touchdown for the Cougars with 6 minutes left in the game. But I got a feeling we're going to be working a little tackle circuit in practice this week.
Yeah, and I got a feeling we're getting the hands team ready right now, possibly.
Yeah, it's pending the extra point. It's 13-point lead right now, 12 if they make it. I mean, there's time with 6:17 left in the game, certainly to try to mount a comeback. So now you haven't really shown, other than maybe a couple of drives, that you could stop the Hornet offense, but had to switch the ball out. Everybody nowadays, Coach, has a kicking ball, a designated kicking ball. It's like a thing. Snaps a little behind the holder, but he gets it down, and the kicker punches it through to make the lead 33-21. So 12-point lead for the Hornets. Not enough to really feel comfortable. The Hornets actually, Coach, have really
Oh, my goodness.
played much better defensively.
Where's Kenny Loggins when you need him?
What are you hearing? Oh, the
Little
music?
Top Gun.
Oh, Top Gun music.
Coach,
Shocker, you have a movie reference.
Coach Fowler, I got a text. As you know, I lost. Well, anyway, I don't know who's texting me, but I appreciate it. Got to plug some numbers in. Lost all my contacts, but somebody just texted me, Edmund Burke. You know, this is near to my heart. Edmund Burke, 36. Piedmont, 8. Oof. Bad night for the other Cougars.
Yeah, Burke's got a good program, Coach.
Andy Woodard does a phenomenal job over there.
Of course, our own Robert Kenneth was there for a while now at Prince Avenue Christian.
That was in Monticello, too. Beautiful Monticello, Georgia. So, do they go onside? Looks like they're going to kick it deep, which
They're looking like they are, but Westfield has some guys grouped up just in case. They do onside it,
and they did.
and they're going to get it. It was a good kick, well designed.
We have historically had that front line way off the ball. Why is the official pointing like it's Westfield's ball?
Because he's got it right.
Wow.
I think you saw there, and I don't know who was in the front. I didn't even take time to note who we had on our front line, but a little indecisiveness. You know, you try to work some guys in there, and maybe you got some young guys that haven't played a lot of live varsity football, and they might have been a little hesitant to jump on that. So now the Hornets have to play some defense. Brookstone, I've done it all night, has got some life. So, and those extra points now that the Hornets came up short on are starting to loom large. Quarterback run, of course. It's been heavy to number 1 all night, so not surprising. The Hornets were keying on him. Brookstone going hurry up here.
And now the Cougars are clearly in hurry up mode. Hornets going to get a timeout and kind of settle the panic.
Well, the referee was pointing towards Brookstone, but I think you're right. The Hornets did call a timeout.
It was Westfield took timeout.
Our own sideline guy was pointing towards Brookstone, but so we got a timeout on the field. Let's take a Coca-Cola break and have us a timeout of our own. You're watching Westfield Hornet football on Mid-Georgia Sports Live. There was a little confusion about who called that timeout. I think we cleared it up that it was Westfield's timeout. Brookstone still has all 3 timeouts. Westfield down to 1 now, so welcome back in. Sorry, you kind of jumped in mid-conversation, but we're back from the timeout. A Brookstone ball. They just recovered an onside kick and are looking to get the score down to 1 score. There's the keep by the quarterback. This time they got him hemmed in a little better. He's going to try to reverse field, and he does have the Hornets in some over pursuit, and he's still on his feet, has the edge, finally bring him down, Stone St. Clair, but not for a big gain from the Cougar quarterback.
I'm going to tell you something. That cat's got better speed than you think.
Branch, he sure does.
I mean, Coach Fowler, he kind of looks long and lumbery, but he runs pretty well.
He does. Kind of caught us over pursuing there, Coach.
Yeah, backside was not solid there.
Be a really good time for another
backside integrity.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Be a good time for another Cougar turnover, wouldn't it, Coach?
It would. Ooh. Absolutely.
Hornet players are tired, hands on knees. It's like we're bringing pressure off the edge. Ooh, ripped him down. Could have been a horse collar, maybe.
And the Brookstone faithful kind of wanting a horse collar, and
it may have been, but 2 things.
But he got his hands off him real quick.
And also, you got to remember the jersey is not a horse collar.
No, it's not.
So you got to get the shoulder pads, and you can't tell from here if he did or not. And plus, it's in traffic, so I'm not even sure.
Number 1 was not super physical in the A-gap run there, Coach. He looks like he wants to bounce it. It was a little tentative hitting it up in there. And on the goal line, Coach Fowler, as you know, sometimes you got to be real hard downhill.
Yeah, you do. 3rd and 4 or 5 now for the Cougars inside the 10. Going to give it to number 1.
It's a good run there. I ate my words there.
He did. He ran hard through some tackles, and now this game is getting a little bit too close.
Man, that guy's had a night.
He certainly has. That's going to be a touchdown for the Cougars, bringing it to 33-26. 27, excuse me. Extra point pending. So, Coach, it'd be a shame if this one got away from us after really feeling like we've dominated the game until the last few minutes. So, hopefully the Hornets can get the ball back here and take advantage. Kick is up and good. Their kicker is steady, buddy. I'll tell you what. Other than the punt snap over his head wasn't his fault. He's had a good night too.
So obviously, I don't think with the Cougar is the scoreboard correct that Brookstone has 3 timeouts left?
Yeah, I assume so. Yeah.
Well, because of that, I don't think. Obviously, you're not going to see the onside here. Now you still might see an alternative kickoff and not kick it to Hoots or St. Clair.
Right.
But it's not going to be anything. I think they're just going to roll the dice and kick it deep and try to play field position.
Yeah, plenty of time left with the timeouts, but you haven't really shown you can stop consistently the Hornet offense is the only catch to that. Of course, you got all the momentum. And Westfield's going to obviously bring their players up closer to the line now.
And you certainly see that front line for the Hornets working up. You can't can't be on the 50. You can be just past it.
The ball has got to go to the 50 before the offensive players can touch it, or it's dead where it's at.
And Brookstone will kick it deep here.
Here's the kick. They got a little pooch. That's fine. Well, they're offsides. I think he got them offsides, so back them up 5.
This kicker slowed down. And you and I know it's the problem when you do a lot of different things. You can't do them all well, and so it's a different approach, and your run-up creates different timing. Kicker slowed down dramatically to kind of punch it to the right.
So here's where that matters. So now they're kicking off from their own 35.
Right.
So, our guys got to move up 5 yards. Our guys got to move up 5 yards. We got to be self-aware here. What, did we decline?
Coach Campbell's like, hey, guys, let's go.
What is he kicking from the 40 for? No, the referee's about to fix
Yeah.
that.
He was trying to pull the Jedi mind trick on him, Coach. Eddie Murphy, Mr. T. Hey,
so-
boy, I heard you've been telling some jokes about me.
Oh,
No, you
gosh,
didn't.
Here we
Maybe
go.
not. But I'm going to kill the fool who been telling me them lies.
This is
It's great Eddie Murphy.
It's a stand-up
Mr. T.
act, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, he'll be here all week.
I'm saying the kicker tried to pull the Jedi mind trick.
Whatever. I'm the tech guy. You're talking about Jedi mind tricks. You're the nerd. All right, so better field position in theory. Assuming we can catch this little pooch kick here, we should have better field position, starting position. And now he kicks it deep over our head, of course. Of course, Hoots is going to track it down, and
This is trouble.
And he could get if he breaks contain right there, he's got a chance.
This is trouble. That is a great play by number
it was.
4.
And 4 can run too. So
Number 4 is a wow. And I guess he's related to Dylan Terry, Kingston Terry. I mean, that is an athletic play in space by number 4 for Brookstone.
I really thought for a second there Wim was going to break contain and they're going to have a problem.
To the wide side, and kickoff teams don't close it down on the wide side very well sometimes.
So, Coach, what do you do here? And I have a feeling I know what's coming, but do you kind of open up your offense to try to move the ball down the field and get a score, or at least flip the field?
I mean,
or do you just try to steady it down the field?
I think you just play it like you normally would in a one-touchdown game. Almost like you're behind the score. I just think you have to play football and with extra emphasis of ball protection. Coach, that was the power read.
Power read, yep.
Pull the backside guard.
Give him 3.
And we haven't really shown a lot of the power read tonight.
We haven't.
And that's a good first play. Boy,
well, the problem is it's not a touchdown lead. It's not because it's not a full touchdown. They can without the extra point they can take the lead.
Oh yeah, that's a problem.
So that's
where
where you
But
worry.
what I'm saying is you play it like it's. You were asking what our philosophy is.
Yeah,
I think you just play football like it's. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You're just playing like as if you were behind, just trying to move the ball.
More quarterback run. He's got to get north-south. He does. He's close to the first down. I think he's going to be a yard short, though.
Those 2 plays are a start for sure.
Well, you can see here for all the work. Look, in full credit, Jack Critters has had a good night running the football. But Brookstone's number 1 is our number 11. Does that make sense?
Right.
I mean, we're going to carry the football. He's our primary ball carrier.
I just, now Brookstone's gone to some 5-man front.
Big play right here.
But now they just only have 6 in the box. And they're walking a safety down, but these are run sets.
Yeah, anything to the right side.
We have more blockers than they have in the box.
Anything to our right should be a play. Oh, ball on the ground. We picked it up. Oh, does he get it? Yeah, he falls forward. I think he got it first. Wow, what a play by the Q there. Brock Johnson finding the first down.
I don't know if you heard what I was saying, Coach. I'm just shocked that Brookstone doesn't have enough men in the box.
And you know what's coming, so why not?
And it's Q run. And
you're almost at this point. Let's load the box, play man on the outside.
I'm just shocked. They got 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers at level 2, and 5 DBs.
And really,
I know one of them may be an OLB this walk down, but I mean,
so I think that 4th down lineman is an OLB.
Westfield has heavy personnel, and you got 6 in the box. You're not going to stop the run. I didn't go to Tech. I wasn't a math major. Now they're getting some guys in the box.
Little bit of a, I think that was Brooks Bentley. Don't hold me to that, but just got a little piece of a guy in the backfield to allow Brock to escape to the edge there.
Right.
And I know we didn't get a big gain on that, maybe 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards, but it's the difference between that and a play in the backfield. I think that's going to be a timeout from Brookstone, try to save some time, and it is. That's their first time out of the half, according to the scoreboard. So strategy a little bit here, Coach. Obviously, if you're Westfield, you're trying to run the clock. Obviously, you can see a lot of Brock Johnson carrying the football. Just trying to bleed the clock out. You'd be happy to take a 5-point win. Don't worry, scoring's not your priority. Obviously,
you're just
run the
trying
clock out. But if you're Brookstone, you know that's what Westfield's doing. So how do you key to stop Brock Johnson here?
Well, is Brookstone a 4-man front? I think they're even principals. It's looked like.
Yeah.
At some point you got to beg Westfield to throw the ball, and you may give up the home run, but you got to. Yeah, you got to either. At this point, you might have to be in some type of goal line defense.
Yeah, whatever it takes to stop the run. You're right.
Now, I know that sounds unconventional, but, Westfield can't keep just running it. Or at least you got to be.
There you go. There it is, Coach. They're manning up outside. Everybody in the box.
There's 7 in the box now, but 14 still kind of wide.
Wonder if he'd let. Oh, he checked it. Not a bad play there. Oh, got to make that block. Got to make that block. If we make that block, we got to play.
That was well played.
It was well played.
By the Brookstone defense. Because back out of the backfield, sometimes hard to defend.
So 3rd now and let's say a long 5.
Who was the triangle player that beat the block over there?
I think it was a slot defender in man.
Right, that pressed his guy.
Yep.
That was a good play.
Yep.
Listen, when I say things like
Another
guys
timeout
getting in
by
the box
Brookstone.
and stuff, that's Coach Headley does a great job. I don't want to, if I was listening to me, I'd be like, shut up, guy, and I get it. Just, food for thought on some of the stuff. But, hey, what did we say? The guy with the pin last wins.
That's
we can
right.
sit there and –
Yeah, the guy with the pin last wins. That's correct. But you got to wonder now, is he going to stay in that defense? Because you got man-to-man on Stone and Wynn out there. You like that. So do you take a chance with that? Do you stop the clock if it's an incomplete pass? That's the unfortunate thing. Of course, I don't even, But quarterback run's going to be tough, and they know he's carrying it, and they got you outnumbered.
So obviously, this is the play of the game. 3rd and 6, deep in your own territory. And I don't see us really going for it unless it's
man-to-man out here.
Yeah. Well, we just ran a 3rd guy in man. And
little draw. Yeah, they got us outnumbered in there.
Just hold on to it, and they're going to use their
final timeout to stop the clock. And it's going to come down to the Westfield defense. This referee on our sideline points the wrong direction every time for some reason, but it is a timeout for Brookstone. Their final timeout, I think.
So do you
first of all, obviously here your punt operation's got to be clean,
right? And that's what I was going to ask you. If you're Brookstone, because think about it, Coach, you haven't had any punt returns because the ball you just don't see a lot of punt returns, especially on a night like this when the ball doesn't go that far.
Right.
You really hadn't had the opportunity to return it because we're not kicking it, but 28, 30 yards.
Right.
That's just people talk about analytics. It's just, have you seen a punt return tonight other than the one win went back?
Yep.
And so I think because of that, if you're Brookstone, because of the situation, you have to come after it.
It looks like they've got everybody up.
With the emphasis on don't rough the kicker.
Rough the kicker game's over. So
what are you talking about?
If they rough the kicker, the game's over.
Right. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about. Yeah, I think if you're Brookstone, but they're clearly not coming after it because they have a spotlight here. So obviously they're playing with 11, so they don't have 10 coming. Or
ball was on the ground. Stone catches it.
Not the end of the world.
Ends up getting a little roll, but it is good field position at the 45-yard line. It's a good job by the white hat of not kind of – I didn't see it. I was looking at where the ball went. So, they gave him a little bit better spot. Give it at the 43. 43-yard line, Coach, and that's really – you'd love to have a better kick, but you got the clean operation, got it away. I know Stone would tell you he wished he had a better kick, but that's okay. 1:39 left.
I didn't see the extracurriculars. What were the boo birds?
I didn't. There was a little bit of, in-the-face stuff. Wasn't too bad. So Do they open it up and try to throw it here?
I think they go Q run early. And then just kind of hurry up. Or
no timeouts.
Take a shot.
No timeouts. Maybe some short passing game. There's a pass.
A double move to their guy.
Good recovery by Stone St. Clair there, Coach. He was beat initially, but
Boy,
recovered.
that guy's quick. They went kind of slant go, sluggo, and
the referee's down.
Good
what
thing about
there?
that is that tires 3 out, and he may not play the next play.
We got a referee down over here. I think he ran into the photographer.
I hope our referee's okay. I think the flag fell out of his pocket.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't think there's a flag.
I think it just fell out.
I don't know if he ran into the photographer or just what happened, but did he drop the flag, or did he throw it because he ran into somebody? Hopefully he's okay. He's up on his feet, so I think he's all right.
Well, I mean,
okay.
the footing is not very good. He might have just did
I don't know what happened, but I'm just glad that everybody's all right. That's dangerous when you're running, looking back over your shoulder. In the meantime, Brookstone's got one getting stretched out for cramping on the field, and I don't know who that is, but if that's number 1, he's got to come out of the game, obviously. And indeed it is number 1. They're Dylan Terry, their very important running back, who's had an unbelievable night. Both teams are dragging, but it's dig deep time, isn't it, Coach?
Sir?
Dig deep time, right?
Oh, absolutely. This is why you do all the hard stuff. And I think Brookstone's they're going empty, so some type of pass game. I don't think it's Q run for sure, no Q draw.
D's got a chance, gets him, and he's down with the sack. D. Dantley with a big play. They're going hurry up. Good for Coach Campbell, making sure they're focused up.
Yeah, D providing, obviously, the big play. Sammy McGee.
I know the kids want to celebrate, but that puts them 3rd and long here, Coach. You got to feel like it's a –
And it's just hard to protect an empty. Straight drop back pass and empty is really hard to protect.
How about a pick right here to end it? Got a little pressure. He's going to escape the pocket. D's coming up to kind of contain him. Throws it short. Be careful, Lambert. Be careful. No, it's late.
No, that is just letting the crowd. I need to turn my mic off. I'll turn my mic off.
So questionable late hit call there on Lambert. I thought it was within reason personally, but I don't know. That's going to give him a 1st down, and it would have been 4th down and 15.
And so we're hearing language, and very rightly so, defenseless receiver. And I don't know all the nuances to the rules. I guess from a, just from a observer standpoint, and it may very well be the by-the-book right call. And I think, Coach Fowler, what the optics that frustrate people is that it came so late.
Yeah.
That the flags came so late.
Yep.
After the crowd kind of may very well be the right call.
And it's, in defense of the player, Patton Lambert, he's got his head down, trying to close on the play, and the guy's up in the air, the ball goes off his hands. He doesn't know it's incomplete. He's trying to make sure the guy's down. So, but it is quite unfortunate. So you go from 4th down and 15 with the game on the line. Now you're 1st down and 10 You still got 55 seconds left. So, what do you do here? Coach Campbell's had some success with the blitz off the edge.
They don't have any timeouts. I think if they continue to get empty, you bring pressure because they don't have enough to block it with just 5 linemen. It's not like it's, empty with a jet motion and power read stuff. It's just 3x2 drop back passing.
Tell you what, the trainers have been, for both sides, have been
Well,
busy,
they're earning their keep.
I like to say that they're too lean. All the fat guys never cramp.
Oh, man, yeah, being in shape's overrated.
Round is the shape. That's what I say.
Absolutely round's the shape. I mean, listen.
Yeah, Four's limping off the field there. He was struggling to get back to the line of scrimmage earlier. He's hurting.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's
good timing on the music. Just dialing it up, DJ up here.
So Cougars now playing with an H-back and a running back. This is not empty on the plus side of the field. You continue to wonder about the shot to the solo receiver down here. At some point, you'd think they just throw a stop route to Mitchum down here. But James Moore's kind of in the triangle in that window, underhanging. Yep, there's the stop. Like I said, I mean, with that cushion, I knew they were going to come to stop to the single receiver side.
Easy 5 yards. You can't give up anything over your head. 51 seconds.
Mitchum Kelly, after showing the double move, Stone's giving a real soft corner.
Hornet crowd getting a little nervous. Give him 6 even. 2nd and 4 now. As they get across the 50, they are on the 41, 42-yard line of the Hornets. 51 seconds left. Brookstone with no timeouts. He's going to take the cheek one again. Got a hold call, I believe. Got a holding call. That was an incomplete pass. The ball was knocked loose. I think we got a holding call, which should back them up. Yep, it is. Yeah, you can take that all day long.
Did they hold James? He walked down to level 1 and came off the edge.
Yeah, I was watching the action at the ball, so I missed it. I saw the flag fly.
They were going back to the stop. It looked like Mitchum wanted to run the double move, but we're just still giving him the stop.
We're just sitting.
Kelly.
We're sitting deep and letting them have that underneath stuff. Down to 49 seconds. Got to make it long. 2nd and long now. Call it 2nd and maybe 14. This be the spot. Yep. Almost 15. The clock should start, right?
So Kelly kind of unsure where he's supposed to line up and look for the Hornets to get after the passer here.
That's another hold. And he's going to run. We're going to be there to knock him out of bounds. Brooks Bentley with a good play.
Sammy McGee kind of got grabbed in the back. But, I understand the no call. Sammy getting a breaker.
It wasn't egregious, but I mean, he clearly did grab him a little bit, but it wasn't egregious. I understand in this situation not calling it.
I respect it.
So, 3rd down now. The down marker is wrong. I believe it is 3rd down and 7. It is. The board's
People
right.
are just winded.
The down marker. Yeah, he's got it now. Down to 3rd. Okay. 3rd and 7. Big play down to 41.6 seconds left. A little bit of a low snap. Still looking over here. He's going to break the pocket to the right. Throw into flats wide open. Knocked loose with a good hit by guess who, Coach?
1-2, Patton Lambert.
And, Coach, that's gutsy because kind of the exact same play you made the play a minute ago that got the penalty.
Right. And he stuck the guy.
But he had to go through and follow through on that hit because if he doesn't, the guy makes that catch.
And I hope that young man's okay. He took a big stick from Patton.
And Coach, it's 4th and 7 for the game.
The Hornets played a little kind of a twist game there on their pass pressure. With Harper Fountain kind of on a little twist move inside, and I guess the linebacker looping to the outside. Coach Harper gives you something with those long arms on the pass rush.
He does.
Making a cloudy picture on that window for the quarterback.
Head referee is notifying the down marker that it is 4th down. We've been a little slow on the chain. There we go. We got it. We got it. Big play here for all the money here. 4th and 7. Do you bring pressure, Coach?
Yeah. You got to flip a coin.
I'm hesitant if one's in the backfield. If he's in the backfield, I'm hesitant to bring pressure. He's not. He's going to be in the slot.
Well, they're an empty, so I don't know. If you play coverage, I understand and I respect it.
Timeout.
I even like that better. Look at the set.
It's timeout, Westfield. It's kind of funny. This guy's pointing the wrong way every single time tonight. But it is timeout, Westfield, for the last timeout of the night. You saw the set, and now Coach Campbell wants to draw up what he wants to do on defense.
They may not come back yet. It was 3-by-2 empty.
Well, they've been in that a lot on this drive.
They haven't. It's not like they've thrown anything really to the through receiver side, like some go outs or combo routes. I got to be honest with you, with their lack of proficiency just throwing and catching, I don't think I go pressure because I don't want the quarterback to skate the pocket and beat me. Their best running play, their most explosive running play has been the breakdown of the pass.
100%. So you want to keep your leverage. Don't give up leverage to the outside.
I'm gonna play some type of, and it might not necessarily. Well, you got to account for the 5th receiver.
But it's such a catch-22 for your defensive backs because you certainly can't give up anything over your head, but you don't want them to catch one right at the sticks either.
Yeah,
so.
I just don't think Brookstone's personnel up top is a deep threat. I think you'll see Patton squat. I think you're going to see number 22 for us reroute the slot guy that's nearest to us, or maybe even carry with him. Somebody's going to carry with him. Or maybe we just play 4 deep.
He's coming. Brought the pressure. Dantley got there. Ball's on the ground. Swatted away.
22 came.
They blew it dead finally. Wins the game with that play. Dantley gets to the ball, swats it loose.
Like a little combo coverage
yes,
over
sir.
there.
Good. Disguised it well. He didn't show it early. He was kind of taking a step or two like he might come, but definitely didn't give it away. Big time play by D. Dantley, number 22. And they call it an incomplete pass. I thought it could have been a fumble too, but nonetheless.
I think Coach Campbell got the best of both worlds there. He got good coverage and pressure.
Yeah.
And
that works out for you, doesn't it? So we'll be in the victory formation here. Johnson will just take a knee. That under center snap scares you a little bit when you don't do that much. You know how that is.
Right.
And there's your knee. No timeouts. That will do it. Hornets end up victorious, Coach. It's hard to pick one guy. D. Dantley had a great game, obviously the game winner. Patton Lamberth had a great game. Brock Johnson had a great game. And let's give Wynn a shout-out, too, on the kick return. And Stone had a great play on a couple of receptions. So just a lot of love to go around. The Hornets prevailed tonight over the state runner-ups from last year in Quad A. Good start to the 2026 season. Any final comments from you, Coach Foreman?
It was a fun football game, and glad football season's here. And congratulations to wish Brookstone a lot of luck this year. Wish them a great season, and just congratulations to our kids. Showed a lot of character and a lot of guts. And
absolutely,
well-earned victory.
Fought through a lot of cramps. So, congratulations to the Hornets on a big win. Wish safe travels back to Columbus for Brookstone. We'll be back next week for Strong Rock here in the Hornets Nest. Thank you for watching. I'm Ken Fowler. This is Rhett Farmer signing off. You've been watching Westfield Hornet football on Mid-Georgia Sports Live.